There's not an H. It's a
Hey, hold on.
Nothing to say.
I'm essentially T-posing.
I don't know why. But welcome everyone to episode 8 of Potential TPK. As you can tell, one of us is at home right now eating a burger, very centrally.
Oh, yeah.
It's awkward to look at.
Last time we were here for the actual main campaign, we spent a majority of the time inside a discount magic item shop.
That's true. It was a great time.
That's so describes our party in like one phrase.
You missed a fun time, Dan.
Yes. You
We
were
found
found
a
in
camping section.
Yeah, you were found in a outdoor section of the indoor store, inside of a tent.
I heard of a ring spot.
There were some things bought. There was a cloak, a
cloak.
ring. I don't know, some other things.
I
don't know.
bought that smoke bomb.
You bought a smoke bomb that works in reverse.
Yes. So it'll blind everybody else.
In the world.
Definitely cursed item.
I haven't used it yet, but maybe it'll have to come out.
It'll be-
It's saying,
Oh boy.
And because Brody was missing at the time,
Millions of ships lost at sea.
The day of smoke.
the day of no sun.
then we will fight in the dark.
It really,
I see.
the minute of no sun.
Oh,
Millions perished.
Does it really only resolve after a minute?
Smoke bombs don't last very
No,
long.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's literally just an instant.
But the hilarity of
The pollution is
yeah.
one man put a hole in the ozone. Man, only Rockefeller could do that.
Trinic Ozone John Bear.
So near the end of the last session, the group did meet with Pararox Scaris, Brody's father, who said, "Hey, you guys should probably get into the Bounty Hunters Guild in some form if you're going to travel around together." They did meet at the guild itself, and for a tier 2 membership, there are 3 memberships. For a tier 2 membership, they are tasked with dealing with a hydra. And that makes you think, what do you have to do to get into tier 3? So,
Dear mother. Sorry, was that my outside voice?
Yeah.
yes, that was your outside
I'm
voice.
sorry.
How could you, Logan? My mother is ashes.
You said the quiet part out loud.
No, not second. Shame damage.
Shit.
Radiant as God
I
smites
didn't
you.
expect it. I
It's,
didn't
it's
expect
okay.
it.
You get used to it.
Shame just has a 10 rating to your max hit
Meanwhile, you're just bleeding from from both nostrils, your ears.
This is fine. I'm fine.
So that's where we left off. They've been tasked with dealing with the hydra. It's a couple days out. Don't really have much information other than deal with this shit. I can say that way we don't have to operate. Y'all have looked at a map. There is a nearby town, basically very close to where all this is occurring. So, your notes are right there.
Aha!
Let him check his notes.
That's
On to the
insane.
thing we still need to give to Relic.
We can talk about it.
That's fine. So, we are still inside of the city of Kromcal at the moment. What all would you like to do now that we have Dan here as well?
So are we picking up exactly where we left off? Still standing in front of the
We can assume y'all are outside,
okay.
maybe a couple hours later.
Okay.
Dan, you want to go visit the magic shop? We'll take you to the magic shop.
He's already been to the magic shop. We're not going back.
This is a silly place.
Yes, it is.
So how do we feel? Are we prepared to set off on a journey? Did you say how long of a journey it was?
Couple days.
Couple days.
Couple days
I
by
thought.
foot.
Okay.
Did we get our backpack or our
tents.
tents or
Yeah.
sleeping
We- I
rolls?
think
I bought those
Yeah, we
for
did.
everybody.
Oh, it's fine. Even a tent.
I bought Zagat his own
It's empty.
XL size tent.
His feet will still
His
stick out.
Magnum tent.
Yeah.
I think I would have
Like-
Even sleep.
Like Kronk.
It's just to prevent you from rusting.
Sure, I can rust. I could rust.
day, but the dwarves did a pretty good job.
Chrome doesn't rust.
I don't know anything about metals or metallurgy, so I'm assuming.
It will be nice if there's rain to not be wet.
Can you feel wetness?
Sort of.
You're very interesting.
I don't know if I feel it the same way you feel it.
That's a good point.
It just kind of rolls off.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Well, you absorb a little bit.
In my hair.
Something like that.
Well, let's hope it doesn't rain.
So it starts raining.
So anyway, it's not raining.
All right. So, is there anything else y'all want to do, or just gonna start?
I think we.
Do
I think
we-
I'm ready
You're
to
all
start.
90% water. What are you talking about?
Do we want to rent horses and a carriage this time, or we just walk in this time? I'm fine with walking.
Probably just pull the carriage.
90% water, 20% rum.
That tracks.
That math checks out.
No, that's right. It's
Once you put pirate math into play, yeah,
Yeah, that tracks.
I actually need to choose another cantrip. Sorry.
that's fine. All right. So y'all are making your way out.
making your way out of town.
Making your way downtown.
Out of town.
Out of town.
There.
I
And we're hydra bound.
Gonna kill
don't need these
hydra.
flyers anymore. All right. Who is? I assume you're actually just gonna literally
I can pull the wagon.
pull away.
Did we actually rent a wagon? Because I didn't pay for that.
I don't think we rented a wagon.
I don't have the money for
Did
that.
anyone get a wagon?
I think
Money
all of-
bags.
I think most of you spent nearly all of your money
No,
on
I-
knickknacks.
Pretty much all of my money.
I spent all my money re-equipping our party with the stuff we lost.
I
To
think I
no
remember-
thanks from anybody.
I have.
I remember Brody buying.
I have
wagon.
money.
You know, wasn't that after you got robbed?
Yes, it was.
How much would it cost to rent? How much would it cost?
By the
to
way,
rent a,
Dan, all of your money got distributed that you found.
You texted me last game.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that I reminded you.
how much would it?
I gave it all away, all the gold, right?
That you found from the coffers of the church.
You got a cut.
Yeah, you got a cut. 500 something? I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
have the math. Someone has the math somewhere.
I thought I had the math somewhere, but I don't have it in my notes.
There should be
so-
literally a calculation that someone did in their notes.
Yeah, I thought that was me, but I don't think it was.
Calculate.
Chat, check the VOD.
How much was it in total?
I don't know, like 3,000.
I think the 3,000 was correct.
But someone said they didn't want it.
Right.
Was that me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would that?
Why would
It
Trinick
was
not
out
want
of-
the money?
It was very out of character.
Must have been drunk.
Oh my god, I read
Oh,
Birth
no.
of the Fly wrong. It's a diamond worth 300 gold pieces, not a diamond and 3 gold.
No, it might have actually been him because
Yeah.
of the diamond.
It was that, because he took the diamond.
That's what I was
So
saying.
600 gold.
I can't remember.
And that's
It's been-
why, that's why I made sure to include a diamond in that, even if you couldn't use it yet.
Yeah.
Is there a place to rent a cart in
Yes,
this town?
yes. This is a major metropolitan.
How much? How much would it cost?
15 gold just to rent one.
I'm gonna rent one for the group. So
Maybe
have
we
one.
should rent it round trip because we do plan on coming back. And if we're dead, who cares if we've lost the money?
I
Don't
use
worry, I
that
could bring you back
to keep
once.
track of my
So
stuff.
15 gold.
Yes, 15 gold.
Just verify. That's the correct password, right?
Yes.
New phone, new passwords for everything. Thank you.
Okay. So we have a cart.
Perfect.
Yeah, he set up that password.
I would never have guessed.
And I stick by it. God damn it.
Now I know.
I don't even remember what it is. Anyway,
No, once you realize what it is, you go, oh, that makes sense.
I believe that was my reaction when I found out what it was,
Yes.
but at this point in time, I've
Yes,
forgotten.
yes. Okay. Make a constitution check for me, please. Yes. To start.
That is a 17.
Okay. Easy peasy. Now go ahead and make a survival check as well.
Somebody help him.
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay, perfect. You managed to keep a steady pace the entire way. The others kind of guide you along the way. There's no problems making your way to the town across a couple days. Not super fast, but not super slow either.
Does he
Very
just
consistent.
walk 24 hours straight to the town?
Can.
I would say, would you say?
I mean, we would stop her arrest,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, he still
Okay.
needs to.
I can drag tonnage. Like, and
Sure.
I count as a large creature when I'm lifting.
He could if the cart didn't have wheels, he could still drag you all.
Yeah.
Just
The cart is, well, it's heavy. It's not burdensome.
It's easier than me being in the cart. I can carry you all easier than a horse can carry me in the cart.
I think that's hilarious because you're like this like class of creature in between medium and large.
Yeah.
That's large with an O.
I am very lord.
He's very large.
He's a large creature.
oh lordy lords.
So you all make it to the town of Crittenden.
That's the name.
It's a name I literally made up 2 seconds ago, Natalie.
Oh, I thought you gave that to us before.
Nope.
No.
From somewhere.
Unless I did name it last time, in which now I'm retconning it. It's now Crittenden.
No, I think Crittenden is the name of a place in Vermintide.
It's also the last name of someone I know.
For
Crittenden isn't like uncommon.
legal reasons, it's a one that Zach made up.
It's
just
spelled
now.
the Y, Crittenden.
Crittenden.
You don't want to spell it that way. Games Workshop will be coming for you.
That's
D-O-N.
sure, D-O-N.
There we go.
Unfortunately, I don't think they could because that's actually the name of a place as well. A real life place. No, a real life place.
Probably.
No, not probably. Is. I think it's even a town in Indiana.
Maybe that's where I've heard.
That wouldn't shock me.
Crittenden is not uncommon.
Crittenden.
They can't copyright that.
Arrived in Crittenden.
So anyway,
Now, if I were to name it Vasselheim, that's different. That is definitely protected property. Very unique there.
Welcome to the city of Mordor.
never heard of it.
Mordore.
You know,
Mordor.
the crazy thing is
A
though,
lot of doors.
wasn't that hard to get into?
But there's also the place called More Wheels.
It's like a brisk
By
jog.
the way, it's wheels. If you say doors, fuck
We
you.
didn't have to walk at all.
Yeah.
So, you come to the town of Crittenden.
How big is this town?
It probably has 150 people, maybe 200. From looking at it, just actually, to anyone who wants to, just roll a perception check.
No, I didn't get my dice out, so I'm just holding yours.
7.
Get to town.
Not
Maybe.
using that dice again.
Modified,
This is a road.
I'll assist.
modified 20.
Okay.
I also got a 7.
This might be a town. Maybe.
What
No,
am I
that's
rolling?
Perception.
That is a 19.
Perfect.
I got 20.
Cool.
Nat?
No, you're not.
Oh,
Actually, I got a 0.
Ah, perfect.
see,
You are asleep in the wagon.
I rolled a 1 and I have a -1. I got literally 0.
There's a berry bush nearby.
Oh, hey, that looks nice. And he goes
You
to
are
gather
in
berries.
a wagon.
It's about time you woke
There are
up.
little red berries.
Survival check on that shit.
Sure, go for it.
1 second. 1 second. That's 2, 4, 5, 6
Perfect. It is a berry bush.
berries with a question marker added to my sheet.
Sure, you get a handful of red berries, question mark. So while he's getting berries, you all just kind of look over at him. Those of you that got below a 10 are like, yeah, berries. Good idea. Those of you that rolled well,
I don't eat.
go actually see the town. Some of it is in disrepair, not in shambles. Nothing's like knocked down, but some portions of it are in disrepair. Moreover, the eastern portion of the town, which seems to be taking more of the damage.
Okay, so it's damage from there's a battle here, not that it is an old
Let-
town that's just not been kept up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wouldn't even say it's a battle. Knowing the information you know of a hydra, more like it was assaulted.
So I think we're on the right track.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Zagat is just performing calculations for repairs in his head. Just
we don't have the gold for it. It's like
know how to repair. builds things.
He builds and repairs.
It's more out
And
of
refurbishes.
curiosity and
Like,
professionalism.
In his view, it's just like the RoboCop vision, but it's just like schematics.
I knew a guy like that once. His name was Bob.
You're not the one who needs to quote.
Exactly. I just need to figure out how to do it.
You're service and install. You're not sales.
Exactly.
Oh.
Fuck money. That's other people.
No, that's a different business.
All right.
Well, I think we're on the right track.
Yes.
This town looks like it has recently been hit by something rather large. Probably not large like you, sir, but something rather large. So I believe we're on the right track.
Can we tell how big it is from the damage? Like, are there large buildings that have damage higher up? Or... I guess it's a small town, so probably not too many two-story buildings. But...
Investigation.
No. Roll an intelligence check. Anyone who wants.
Oh boy!
Intelligence check?
That is a
Not bad.
natural one.
Okay. You don't know a goddamn thing about hydras.
It's a
12.
hydra.
Okay.
Hey,
14.
How do you spell that?
16.
Okay.
-1 intelligence. Let's go.
So those of you that get between 10 and 15, you do know that hydras can get fairly large. Larger than typically the creatures you have fought so far. But that's really all you really know. You know about the general like stories regarding them. That everyone really knows, or seem to know, is some of them have fire vulnerability. But you can't really say if that's been confirmed in any capacity. For Natalie, for Asher Lily, you know that there are different varieties of Hydra. But most of them can deal the damage that you're seeing here. Lily, roll an investigation check.
13.
Okay. Looking around at some of the more major damage, you do see some spot that seems to be singed, not with fire, but like something caustic.
Oh. So, like acid or.
Acid, poison,
Something
along those lines. Just something with some measure of causticness to it. It doesn't look like it is like major, but it looks like it's definitely present.
Got it. So, seems like this one might have a lot of, like, maybe poison breath or fangs, or maybe some sort of acid breath or something.
Maybe we should talk to the townspeople and see what they can tell us about how recently it was attacked or where it went.
Are there townspeople?
There are some townspeople. They seem more on the west portion of the town, since the east portion seems to be like a wall, if you will, between it and the creature. There is some damage on the west portion, but it's mostly concentrated on the east.
So the townspeople are cleaning up right now, or just trying to do what
They're
repairs
just,
they can?
it looks like they're more doing their day to day and
Okay.
live with the facts that
So
They're being
this-
part of their
accosted.
town is.
So it's like it was attacked yesterday. Not
It could
a
have been
few hours ago.
from even the investigation check that you made. It could have been yesterday. It could have been weeks old,
Sure.
months old. It's seen some shit. But you can, yeah.
I'm assuming this isn't a walled town.
It is not a walled town now. Walls are expensive.
I'm sure a wall would have helped.
Probably not.
Big enough wall. Helps everything.
This is true. That's the general dwarven philosophy.
So like,
They have very big walls.
I have learned something new about dwarves.
they like them thick. And I'm not talking about just the walls.
I think Dan's trying to talk.
If Dan's trying to talk, he needs to use the proper button.
Can you not hear me?
I
There you
can
go.
hear you now.
Okay, that's weird. Been holding it down. The town, is it? You said it's not. It doesn't have walls. Is it surrounded by woods, or is it in a swamp-like area?
Good question. It's more wooded. There's some like minor ponds and maybe a lake nearby, but it's not a swampland.
Okay.
You went to more to the north. No, I'm sorry. Southwest a little bit. Southwest and then to the north. You are still more in a foresty area.
Okay.
The god's gonna rest and stay with the wagon. So whoever wants to talk to the citizens.
Might as well.
Okay.
Is there a town center that we can find, or like a meeting area, or is it just kind of all hodgepodgey?
It looks a little bit hodgepodgey. You could probably, from general knowledge, you can probably know that with a town this size, there might be like a leader, or they could the main meeting spot could just be the local tavern.
As we're kind of wandering through, looking for people, I ask if they can direct us to like a town hall or a city hall of some sort of like more central area, like a shopping district or something.
Do a general charisma check. Persuasion check, I should say.
18 plus 4, 22.
Not bad. They manage to help you fairly easily. They look a little bit tired, but looking at the armed group, they looks like they might have a little bit of hope in their eyes. Like, please, I hope this stops soon. The local, they point you to the local, excuse me, the local leader. They call him a mayor, but he's just more the local leader. His name is Shu, S-H-U.
Looking for Shu.
You said Shoe's the mayor?
Seems like he really knows
The leader.
defeat.
2 points of psychic damage.
Oh, I got a headache all of a sudden.
So that is 10% of your health.
Yes, but it's in my brain.
It's bleeding in the brain. It's where it's supposed to be.
And the blood stays inside the body, so it's fine.
Exactly.
Right. You all get this.
I follow their directions to the town center where the mayor likely would be.
Sure. Less of a. It's definitely more of just like multiple roads, not really a center. Oh, shut up, Bixby. Bixby, I turned you off for a reason. I hate you. I said I hate you, Bixby.
What is Bixby?
I don't
It's-
know.
it's the Android.
It's Google Android's Siri.
So they named it now?
Yes.
I have disabled.
Today I
It's
learned.
still-
I have not signed up, and I will never.
Either that or it's Alexa trying to do it.
This stream is brought to you by Voice Recognition AI.
I'm that
Coming for your
No,
families.
it's not.
We're coming for you, Ben.
Skynet
I am
is
that
real.
voice recognition AI, by the way. So you all make your way to. Really, it just looks like a small home.
A hovel.
Not a hovel, but definitely more of a home more than an office.
Is it bigger than the others by any stretch, or
Not
is
really,
it
no.
No,
No.
just a house.
It's definitely just a house.
Is there any sort of like sign or placard to indicate that this is indeed the correct one? Like,
We just
It-
bust into some random
It
guy's house.
it looks like there is like a haphazardly placed sign there that just more says shoe on it.
that's all it says.
That's all it
Just
says.
shoe.
Yes.
Good enough.
Knock, knock, knock.
Just a brief moment goes by. Door opens. You see an elderly man there.
Hi, we're looking for a shoe.
That's
Is in
me.
tight.
Thank you. We have we have some questions about monster possibly nearby.
Are you all here from the Bounty Hunters Guild?
Yes, we are.
All right, come on in.
I do as he says.
Perfect. You all enter. You have to go in a little bit sideways.
I thought he stayed with the cart.
Y'all
Oh,
still
that's right. You're over the card. That's right.
This guy's just literally sitting down in the street, just full split leg out.
Just like kids running around you.
Using it as a juggle gym.
Good thing I can't build up lactic acid. Very sore.
Orin's just kind of following as he does, just kind of vibing.
But yeah,
He'll just sentry mode.
Orin's a vibe.
Trinix
Oh,
looking
he
around
is
the
a whole
house,
vibe.
just seeing what trinkets there might be.
Sure, roll a
to
perception
steal,
check.
Just to look, just to observe.
We're
You
just
get
that by cat meme.
Perception is
Yeah.
18.
Okay, there are a couple knickknacks, maybe a couple things that might be worth a little bit. Yes, it's definitely not a rich man's home. Definitely more of a just someone who was just given this position.
He lives simply.
He's a very simple man.
He's a minimalist.
Yep.
Is this town bigger than Breckenridge, technically?
No,
No. Breckenridge is bigger?
Breckenridge is bigger.
Oh, wow.
But they're still classified as towns. Breckenridge is, if it got any bigger, it'd be closing in on a city, but not a major metropolitan area.
Got it. I'm just trying to keep things
Yep.
in perspective.
Yep. All right. So, Shu, basically, words are hard today. Guides you to a couch. There's a couch, a chair, very basic. He sits down in the chair. The couch will fit maybe 3 of you.
I'll
I-
stand up.
Absolutely take my place on the couch. The seat that's closest to Shu.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he took the chair, right?
took the chair,
Okay,
yeah.
that's right.
Or we'll go ahead and sit down too. Why not?
I'll stand behind the couch.
Trinix busy.
I'll sit on the couch. I'm wandering around the house, just looking at things. Not
Okay.
not really touching anything, but just when you go into
You're window shopping.
I'm just walking around looking at like everything I can.
Okay. Shu looks at you two, you in the background. I'll just assume that you're just going to keep wandering around for the moment, which is fine.
He'll still be listening, but yes, wandering around too.
So, Brody is also there. Since, we can't physically see him, I have to remember that Dan's actually here.
I'll stand.
Perfect.
Sure.
All right, so what do you know about this? As far as we can tell, multi-headed creature, we're assuming a hydra.
It's bad, it's evil, and we can kill it.
It has some sort of poison breath or acid breath or something. Maybe
Yeah.
acidic slobber.
It seems to be able to spit some form of poison of some form. Less of a spray, more of just like a spit.
Not tasty. No.
No, you don't want to eat it.
Yeah, no.
There are some animals, like bees, who their spit and vomit are very tasty.
This is okay. You're right on that, but
You'll have to excuse him. He's big into the culinary arts and tends to think along those lines. I'm assuming he's probably talking about honey.
Yes.
Trying to get more light.
Cold canary.
I think that actually removed light from
I
Logan.
think it did.
Yes,
I now darker
Yeah.
as hell.
that's actually why I had to close it before because we get more light from that.
Turn off the light behind his head. Maybe that'll help.
No, because it's definitely the blinds.
That's
We need to
a
get a spotlight to put on.
that's a load bearing light. So
Yes.
I wouldn't turn it off.
A load-bearing light. Christ almighty. Why do you sit him around?
Yeah,
You don't have to take that.
Trinix trips and chips a tooth.
Careful,
I
dear
feel
friend.
like that's definitely more damage than is
There he
necessary.
is. That's him right there.
That definitely did not do a
That
damn
did
thing.
nothing. We need to give him a ring light.
Listen, I'm Shadow Touch. It's okay.
That's
I
true.
prefer the dark.
Yes,
Well, actually, no, that makes
The
sense.
apron.
that tracks.
All right. So
And Shadow Touched. Actually, the feat he took.
actually, I want to check one thing.
Because he likes the
Okay,
apron.
did-
It's nice. Even if it is technically...
I took charger.
There, that actually helped a little
That
bit.
did, yeah.
Far off in the distance.
Hey!
Here.
I just had to change it from warm to cold. So yes, it's from what we were able to see, definitely more than 3 heads. We don't really have the manpower to deal with it. We have some guards, but they're definitely more deal with bandits and the local riffraff, that kind of thing.
Did the hydra attack by itself, or was there anybody with it?
As far as we can tell, it was by itself.
So the damage seems to be mostly on the west side,
East.
east side. Do you happen to know where its lair is? I assume it's off that direction as well.
It's definitely coming from that direction. We did have a couple of the more brave guards do some scouting. They found that it was in an old tavern, maybe a couple miles out.
I might be able to lure it if I cook a nice boar.
Wait, it came from an
Not
old
maybe not.
tavern, like from another city?
No. Like it could have been
Like a traveling stop.
it could have been like a traveling.
Wayside.
Yeah, it could have been like a traveling stop, something along those lines.
And that's where it retreated back to.
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't know about that, but I do know a lot of animals will retake abandoned buildings, especially the tasty ones. Most animals.
Anytime I've ever seen a creature like this, it's been attacked from the sea, so I don't know much about it coming from taverns.
We have a
I'm-
pretty big island, so
Curious, this tavern that it seems to be bedding down in, did it empty the tavern itself, or was the tavern already abandoned when it moved in?
That I don't really know. Far as I can tell, it's been abandoned for a couple of years now, but I couldn't tell you if anyone was squatting in there or maybe they just stopped taking people.
And how far out of town is this tavern?
Just a couple miles.
hey Brody, what do you know about hydras? You read a lot of books.
Can I do an intelligence roll on hydras?
Do an intelligence check for me.
That'd be intelligence. or
Actually, no,
okay,
do a nature check.
nature.
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 Okay, give me a second. That is 22.
Nice. So
That's 20.
roughly the same information that Lily received. There are different varieties of hydra. Some are very large. There are typically no small varieties of hydra. With a 22,
Dang.
Why ask the bookworm?
Yeah.
from
Yep.
what
Brain guy.
with a 22, something I think you should do as well. Do an investigation check for me as well, please.
Will do.
We're gonna backtrack a little bit here. Assume that he's doing an investigation check roughly at the same time.
Also, I don't know if you heard me, but when we rolled up to the town, I had rolled like a 19. So I think
Nope.
my mic, I just wasn't hitting the right button.
You definitely did not hear a damn thing.
I'm trying to keep a look of your lips from now on, just so I can tell if it does that again.
And what was the roll you wanted me to do again?
Do an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yep.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay. So with a 16, you looking around, it doesn't seem to have feet, paws, those kind of things.
Claws.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to have any of that.
Appendagey.
Yes, no
Wait,
appendages, no legs.
It's slithering?
Yes.
Lieutenant Dan.
Serpent hydras, those are cool.
That would make sense for it to be an acid or a
Sorry,
poison
that was
type,
an Orin's voice, and he wouldn't know this stuff.
Again, I'm
So yeah, that would be if Brody wished to share that information now. That is what you know.
never
Yeah,
attacked a serpent.
I
on
share
land.
all that.
Perfect.
Also, I do have a question for... You said his name is Shu, right?
Yes. SHU.
Okay. I'm just thinking Chinpokomon.
Chiboko!
Okay.
Is there any water or anything around where that tavern's at, where it's at?
You don't really know. There could be. It's a pondy area.
Okay,
Lake
that's
nearby.
worrisome.
Yeah.
Because hydras can, if I remember correctly, just off the dome, I'm pretty sure they can hold their breath.
Yes. For very long.
I can hold my breath too. It's not for long, but I can do it.
Not as long
Not
as
like an hour or two.
I mean,
Listening for the cat.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he's just chilling back in the corner. Thought he was pulling at my chair.
I can't electrify the water.
That would be helpful if it comes to it. Shu, is there anything else that do you think would be helpful for us to know that you guys have discovered through your many encounters with it? When was the last time you saw it?
It was here just a couple days ago.
Wait, many encounters. This has happened more than once?
Oh yes. If it was one encounter, it would just been more of a hindrance, and we'd let someone know. But after several attempts, after several attacks, yeah, we were gonna hire someone.
It's figured out it can get food here. It's now essentially using this as hunting.
Sure. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Has it been attacking people specifically, or just trying to hit buildings
Hey!
and find food?
It goes after people when they're nearby, but it's definitely seems to be more going after food stores if it can find any.
It's not going after anyone specific other than the food stores, correct?
Correct.
Mm.
It doesn't
Not
say
going after
it's not going
armored
after a
guards.
particular individual.
Okay. Doesn't seem that smart then.
How often does it show up?
It could show up after a couple days. The longest we've had in the past several months was maybe a month.
So at this rate, it seems like it's due back soon then, huh?
Most likely, it kind of just grabs food and goes.
So
Does it come at night or during the day, or is it random?
It seems to be more during the day.
So at this point, are your townspeople trying to attack, or is it more of just give it what it wants and so it'll go away?
Pretty
Or
much
trying to
that.
defend the
Give,
town?
give it a tribute so it goes away.
Sure. That's probably smart.
When you say, how big roughly is this creature?
From what you can tell, it is a very large creature. Larger than anything you have faced before.
Okay, so bigger than our wagon, obviously. Bigger than a building.
Yes.
Is it bigger than Zagat's vertical?
Yes.
It's bigger than a bread box.
Snakes are a little bit harder to gauge. Serpents are harder to
Because
to
it
gauge.
can rear up.
Yeah. And they can range from anywhere to even smaller snakes on the larger side. Could be more stout, if you will. Or they could just be incredibly long. It's kind of harder to gauge in this capacity. Also, if anyone here knows anything about snakes, I don't. I'm making this bullshit up as I go.
It's okay. It's fantasy.
Yes.
That's half the fun.
Yes.
Half the fun is being wrong. No, okay.
Sometimes. So,
Fair.
what else are you looking for to know?
I think that's all of my questions. I will let others step in as
In case we need to bait it, does it have any preference for food?
Meat.
Yeah, so we
Just any
technically
sort
have
of
two
meat?
options. We go to it, or it comes to us.
I say we wait for it to come to us.
I don't think we should fight it anywhere near the city, but we
there is
could
that.
set up a little ways out from the city and let it come to us and just meet it on the road.
So-
Are there woods between here and that tavern? Is it like a tavern
So,
path?
are you
within the town?
asking this in game?
Yes.
Okay. Shu looks out the window, and it's nothing but woods.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with the area, so
It's a very wooded area.
Okay.
It-
so in theory we could set up in the woods, wait for it to come, and then
So if it,
a surprise attack.
but if it comes to us, then it has.
I'm saying if we set up between the tavern and the city, wait for it to as it's traveling.
you
to
want
the
to
city.
ambush it.
Correct.
Okay. The only thing is we don't know exactly when.
Fair.
If it does, you had said it was during the day, so we don't have to worry about a night, most likely. But if it does come while we're unprepared, it could be worse than if we were to go to it.
Fair.
Just thoughts. We have options, but I think we should try to figure out the best one.
I
Um,
would prefer if this battle did not occur in my town.
That's
I
no,
don't
we
think
won't
we're
do
going
that.
to do that, but we're trying to decide the best area to fight it.
Where is the local inn located?
Just a little bit down the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll probably go there to discuss more of the specifics of what we're going to do so we can get out of your hair. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Fantastic. Let me turn that. No, stop it.
And we'll do our best to keep the fight from your city, unless it happens to be here with the
Town.
next.
Does he really correct him?
Yes.
That's incredible.
But yes, it is greatly appreciated.
Unless, of course, it comes within the next roughly 24 hours.
Yep. That is understandable. Devil.
I knew it was coming.
Well,
What was that last word?
No, that was Zach saying devil.
Ah,
Not you.
thank you for your time. I say, standing up and reaching out my hand to shake his or whatever.
Mhm. He takes your hand, shakes it. Doesn't seem strong or anything like that. Just a dude.
Afterwards, I turn and leave.
Orin doesn't even wait to shake the hand. He just goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he
just
just take it? He just grabs his hand.
No,
like,
he just
no,
walks away.
He just walked out the door.
I'll get a slight nod and walk out.
As when we get outside, I say to everybody, if we could figure out this thing's weaknesses, I don't know, Brody, you seem to know more about hydras than I do. I can try to prepare spells for the combat or for the fight that will be more effective, but I will need a good night's sleep before I can do that.
I would also like to rest.
I actually have knowledge nature. Can I see if there's anything specific I know about it? Because before it was just in general
Go ahead and do a
knowledge.
nature. Go ahead and do a nature check.
Nope.
All right, cool.
I had to try. I rolled a 3, guys. It was great.
So more information I can actually give Dan because he rolled a 22. Is while the stories about fire are true, it's not just a little bit of fire and it won't regenerate. It actually has to be a fairly large amount of fire, something that would actually seal a wound, if you will.
And this is
So
information
light
you
the
said
whole
you're only-
tavern on
That's
fire.
something
You're only
that
given
Dan
that-
would know and that Brody would share.
Okay.
I do share.
If he wants to.
Yeah. So it would-
Also, is there any place like shops that I could probably look at that might sell things that can like large amounts of oil?
there could be.
Because I've got money to burn, and if that helps us get advantage, I will spend money on that.
Sure.
So this is end game. So it's not just a matter of cutting off the head. We have to also set fire to it.
Would lightning
To-
help cauterize? I don't know these things.
I assume the weakness is just to fire, but I don't.
God, shut up.
Not you, Bixby.
I've been told to shut up by the GM, so.
All right, Natalie's not allowed to talk for the rest of the stream. So there goes half the intelligence in the group.
No, the only fire I can
No, she can still talk. Well, she can't talk, but she can still communicate otherwise.
the only fire I can do is, and he creates a bonfire just in front of him. I can do that. I learned how to do that recently. That's nifty, but he gets rid of it.
I set fire to a
That's
ship
not much.
once.
I believe that.
Not on purpose.
I
don't
also believe that.
Well, there was once on purpose and once. Anyway,
twice.
so this hydra,
I mean, if it's in a tavern, we could just
alcohol explodes.
burn down the tavern.
Alcohol
Well,
explodes.
that's to say if the creature hasn't like destroyed everything in there.
True, but if there's
There may
even a
not
little
be
bit
any
left,
alcohol.
with the oil that you want to buy, plus the tavern as kindling,
You know what, Brody?
just burn it in its den.
Let's go shopping for oil. And then he tries to drag Brody off with his 9 strength.
While y'all,
Okay, do a strength check.
I
for
don't
me.
move.
while y'all go do that,
You do not move. That was the 1. It is literally the cartoon
It's like-
grab and then just
It's like being
walking
it's like
and not
attempting to be
moving.
dragged away by your toddler. It just
Archie's just dragging
you
him.
know you just keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go tell Zagat what the plan is. So exit scene.
Also, I heard obviously it's like snake-like, no appendages. What was the? They said it was spraying something.
It spits what seems to be poison. Something caustic.
Poison. Sorry, I misunderstood. I misheard. Thank you.
Cool.
Do they have? Is any of that like caustic liquid still around?
Not really. A lot of it seems to have been like absorbed by the ground and all that.
I don't have anything that can do fire.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if by any
I
chance
have
it was
3 sources of fire damage. So
if it caught on fire.
By the way, did Natalie, did you remember to learn new spells for,
Yes.
for level 4?
I sure
Because
did.
I know that you had the preset amount that I had learned, but not sure you
Yep.
had yours.
I got it.
He has the zoomies. Panda, it's not even close to dinner time.
I have a
Continuing on.
I have a tinderbox and torch. That's the extent of my fire.
But luckily, I do have lesser restoration, so if some of us get poisoned, I can cure it for about 3 times if I don't use any other spells.
I can make a bonfire.
Yeah, that's about
it.
That's about all I can do.
All right, so we'll
I'm
start.
resistant to poison.
So it's all on me.
And have
Got it.
advantage on poison saves.
Hell yeah.
I think we need to hex this creature's strength indefinitely.
That's my plan.
Okay, so Natalie,
How big did he say it was?
very large.
Very large?
Yeah, very large. Panda,
By that description, would that, in D&D terms, is that
huge. That would be huge.
Oh,
Very large.
I just assumed you meant the upper limits of large when you said
No.
very large.
Oh, I assumed it was
No,
that.
huge.
Got it.
I assume not colossal because that would be fucked up. But
No, but I do want to buy a colossal hydra, just to actually have it.
that's I can't blame you. That's just cool.
What is that like out of game?
It's
That's like a
it's
4-foot figure.
It's
or
a
something?
Draco hydra. They are big,
Big.
and it's dragon meets hydra.
I mean, how big is the actual figure?
Is that
Fairly
what
large.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You don't ever want to really face a Draco hydra.
Which is why Zach's going to put one at
Or-
the beginning.
I love hydras.
Or anything
We're level
colossal.
4.
Literally anything colossal. Terrifying.
Listen, all I'm trying to do is get you to
We're
think.
level 4, and one of us has a magic weapon.
I can give somebody a magic weapon.
And
So basically,
You are a magic weapon.
I mean, like, that they can use,
Yes.
as opposed to just like wielding me.
Yep.
Okay,
Probably not as
So are
effective.
we bedding down for the night? Going
I
to the tavern. Or
went to talk to Zagat, and then I'm going back to the thing. But I'm gonna let Brody and Oren do their shopping trip or whatever they
I
want
was
to
gonna
do.
go with shopping trip because I want to try and see if there's other remedies for poison, just in case my spells don't.
Sure.
antitoxins.
Sure.
I have no money to buy a magic weapon, even if there is a place
Zach?
to buy one in this town. So
Yes.
I obviously have player knowledge on hydras because I know them.
Yes.
What do I know as character with my 22? What do I know about destroying the heads?
You know that massive trauma typically does work, much like with anything else. And if you don't deal enough form of fire-based damage, it can regrow.
Okay.
I did not hear it, but I read your lips there.
Did it again.
This
I'm pressing the button.
There. You just have to give it a second. I think we said a delay. I think we said like
okay,
a
I
quarter
didn't
second delay.
realize.
But yeah, you would know that it's at this point basic hydro knowledge. You have to deal a lot of damage to it. Fire damage, a lot of fire damage does help.
Oil shopping it is.
Shopping.
and now we can go the direction he's been trying to pull you for the past 5 minutes.
I gladly go.
Begrudgingly.
Regrets.
Lily,
Yes.
you had stepped out to go meet with Zagat.
Yes.
Okay. You do find Zagat. He has some birds on him.
They were
Hello.
very pretty.
I say,
Some children like scattered away the second they saw someone moving up.
hello,
you look cozy.
I'm here.
Indeed. So, we've found out that the Hydra attacks every couple of days. So its next attack is basically imminent. Brody and Orin have gone off to buy oil because apparently hydras are very weak to fire.
Oh, panda bear.
So it's been bedding down in a tavern
She loves
nearby.
belly rubs too, by the way.
We're thinking about just trying to light the whole tavern on fire.
Could work.
You know, and then once it's left the tavern, then we can figure out a normal plan of attack. But it's huge apparently
Ooh.
and poisonous.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna go to the inn for now. But I just want to let you know what's up.
All right.
Since you're all the way out here.
I'll probably keep an eye on the rest of these punks.
The birds?
I just look at Orin as he walks out.
Orin was with
Brody.
Brody.
Oh.
They're in town. By the way, if you need to find the inn at any point tonight, I described the location of the inn.
Mm-hmm.
That is where I will be.
Alrighty.
Bye.
All right.
Sentry boat.
A couple of your more birds come back.
Actually, while we're walking to the shops, I'm gonna check like this, how wet the wood is of taverns nearby trees.
So of the actual town's tavern, it been a couple days, a handful of days since they've gotten any rain, so everything is fairly dry.
And then I'll lean over to Brody. Hey, what if we lure it to a part of the forest that we can, disassociate from the rest of it, and just set that on fire with the hydra in it? Would that cause enough?
Disassociate? How would you do
Not
that?
disassociate, separate, so we don't cause a giant forest fire.
Again, how do we do that?
We
Rots.
we would need to find a forest that's probably dry and easily to burn.
And if we do that, how do we prevent it from burning us while we fight it?
Last resort, I guess. Or maybe we could just try to set up a trap to where maybe trees fall where its location is and have that trapped with oil.
I
And
would
set it on
have
fire.
no idea how to do that.
Chop a tree.
Do you know how to chop a tree?
I'm pretty sure it's fairly simple. And then we got a big, strong metal man down there that probably could do it pretty easily.
Zagat has never chopped down a tree in his goddamn life. He just picks it out of the ground.
He picks them like flowers.
That is an adorable puppy.
No. Hello, Panda.
It's not even close to 4 o'clock.
Sorry, the pets were just getting to us.
All the pets now.
Anywho.
It's time for every single pet.
Now D&D pet stream.
Yes.
Shopping.
Okay, so we are shopping. Do an investigation check.
I'll just give Brody advantage.
Sure.
And I'm going to do my own separate one because I'm looking for something.
It is better that way.
Sure. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for this resistance natural 20. Or
I'd-
poison.
Okay.
Or not poison, but cure.
Sure.
Antitoxic, probably.
Brody, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I did. Did I hear I got advantage?
Yes.
All right, 18.
Perfect. You ask around. You do go into a general store. They don't have a whole lot in the terms in the way of oil. However, they do refer you to the blacksmith, as some oils can be used for blacksmithing purposes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
in
Well,
which-
I guess I'll go to a blacksmith. The
Yeah.
blacksmith they point me towards.
Yeah, you find the blacksmith fairly easily. It's hard not to find him. He is a big baby. You do see a fairly muscular black man there, working away. Looks like making some fairly basic farming tools. Looks like he's working on an axe right now, actually.
Okay. I'll head up and introduce myself when make myself noticed. I don't want to interrupt him while he's possibly pounding away at it with a hammer.
How can I help you?
Yes, we are. Our crew is here to possibly eliminate the hydra problem. And I was told to come see you. I am looking for items, liquid, oil, to possibly set a large fire. Possibly you have something that can cause a lot of fire that I might be able to buy off you.
I do have some oil that is fairly flammable. A lot of my oil is more for quenching, but I do have something that should be able to help. A couple bottles of it, but nothing extreme. Nothing like barrels of oil.
Gotcha. How much would that go for?
Not too much. Maybe for each bottle, I have maybe 5 bottles. Be about 2 gold apiece.
Done.
Done.
I've got it.
Perfect.
Okay.
The man.
The cats have gone crazy.
Terrorizing.
Yeah, Kalik's a bully.
He saw me pet Panda for like a second and couldn't have it.
Yeah, he's a very jealous cat.
And I found himself in the deck.
He pulls out 5 bottles, sets them down, takes the money. These are fairly flammable, so be careful. Luckily, it's not touching air and they burst into flame. Nothing like alchemist's fire here.
If it was that, I would never touch them.
You want me to add these to my inventory?
I'm sorry? Okay, sure. That's good. It's liquid. It's heavy. Couple pounds apiece.
So these are like gallons of oil.
Pretty much.
Oh, hot dang.
That's nice.
With your natural 20, you do find a local herbologist. You go up to them. Seems like they more are based on the herb side of it more than alchemist stuff. But they do have some herbs that might be able to assist with some form of resistance, but not necessarily cure it immediately.
Okay.
So not an antitoxin, but something. So
As best as they can do.
So would digesting it
Hold
give us?
on, I need to make sure the stream didn't just die.
I think he's just talking to somebody else.
No, not you. The actual stream, it didn't.
Okay.
Perfect.
So digesting it would just give us temporary resistance.
Essentially, what would happen is you'd gain advantage on poison saving throws.
Okay. How much is in the shop?
They say they have enough. Hold on, I'm trying to fix everything. They have enough for to be able to sell maybe 4 doses.
4 doses? Okay. No, I'll take them all. How much is that going to be?
It's going to be 20 gold total. Let's see if this thing will actually work. Okay, good, perfect.
I'll do half.
Okay, so mine's 10. Okay, 10 doses of poison resistance herbs.
Sir, I am literally right here. Hydrate! What? Red Bull, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Anyway,
Now the
are you
DM
just going
has
to
wings.
start hydrate spamming me, sir? You're right here.
I didn't do it. I only did it the one time.
I just assume.
I had to get out of the
Do not
ego
hydrate spam me, by the way. You, and you.
Oh.
Damn it.
I
was
stopped
going
doing
straight
it
forward
after the
too.
last time, okay? I felt
Oh.
bad because I did 3 and then everyone else did 3
I think Natalie has the
afterwards.
fewest amount of channel points. Which isn't to bash Natalie. I just think she has the fewest amount of channel points.
Because she doesn't watch.
I don't know how to use them.
You click on the
circle
bubble,
right
and that's it.
there, and then you hit that.
Because she doesn't watch this.
Are you about to? Yep, there we go. I was like, yep, here comes the hydrate.
Oh.
Anyway,
Or you,
So-
if you have enough, you could make him do push-ups.
but not right now. Away
Oh,
from
come
that,
on, man.
I
you
know
get,
I'm
you
doing
get
it.
4 doses of a poison-resistant herb in which they have to ingest it. You're not sure how long it's going to last or how
Definitely take it before.
almost immediately before. All right. What else would you all like to do while you're in the town?
Cook a meal
Okay.
Is there a
for everyone.
Okay.
Is there a place where I could buy like large, or in the woods? Obviously, I could probably collect a lot of like thickets of sticks and whatnot, bundles.
Yeah, you could gather bundles of wood fairly easily.
I kind of have a plan for building up a lot of fire and tossing large sticks or large things of just trying to trap it in,
Sure,
like
right.
a thing of fire.
Okay.
And during the meal, we're gonna try this again. If we're okay skipping to the meal.
Where are you cooking this meal at?
That's a wonderful question.
And did you send anybody to come get me? Because I'm at the inn.
It was probably right outside the inn, honestly.
Just in the middle of town. Just in the.
I mean, I imagine there's like a street, and he's done this before, just in his hometown.
How about this?
Is there a park?
Do an investigation check, and I'll give you advantage for this because you've done this before with what you just told me.
4 or 16 plus 2 is 18.
Okay. You go to the east portion of town, the part that acts as the wall, and you find just a little, just a house that actually should be able to just like bed you all down for the night. It doesn't seem abandoned, but it seems like you might be able to just squat in there for the evening. But it does have a decent setup for cooking and doing what you want to do here.
Hey, can you let people know that I found a place for us to stay for free and I can cook us all a meal?
Sure.
Okay. He gives directions that are
I started walking
absolutely
anyway.
nonsensical.
I started talking.
Okay. Perfect. I want you to just do an intelligence saving throw.
Tell the same.
Take 1 point
That's
of madness.
Okay. You hear yammering. None of it makes sense, but you're like, okay, I know exactly where he's at because it's a two road town.
It's not much to go.
He
Did
somehow
tell me to
said,
go left?
by the patch
There
of
is no
grass
left.
over here that has the flower there, it's to the left of that. If you go a ways there.
Yep.
But in
Follow
what is
the
it?
bumblebee and
What's the
it's stuff like
underspeech
that.
or whatever?
No, there's no deep speech.
Directions
It's
that would
literally
make
just
perfect sense
terrible.
in his hometown.
No, that like I was gonna say like it's deep speech,
No.
but on accident. Like he doesn't realize he's saying
No,
deep
it
speech.
doesn't even make sense in his hometown. He is infamous for being terrible at this.
So, Oren is like Logan, directionally inept.
Worse than me.
Ah.
Oh, jeez.
He literally has a -1 to wisdom.
So he definitely needs a GPS and a map.
when you get lost on a small island, that's very bad.
Yes,
We don't have a single
the-
like wisdom.
in the
Character, do we?
hometown
Go
that
ahead.
he grew
Oh,
up in,
why
he
don't we ever use
still
that?
got lost, and he is 60-some
We
years
made so
old.
many jokes about him crying. We think
I'll be right back.
Yeah, basically.
I was like, why aren't you making our survival checks?
Actually, I can make survival checks.
I've been
Weird.
trying to, but you guys are pretty stubborn.
Just make him. You don't need permission.
So yeah, I'll just make a meal, and then when they get there, we're gonna be playing, a quick game of say something about yourself.
Okay. Do a cooking tools check. So proficiency plus, I think we decided intelligence for you, something like that. Charisma. Let's do charisma for you, actually.
Charisma's much better.
Yeah, let's do-
I get a 13 instead of a 10.
Okay, perfect. With what resources you have, you think you make a pretty good meal. It's not your best, but it's definitely pretty damn good.
Okay.
Get a nice stew. Basically what you had.
Okay, I think I did a good job.
Mhm.
We have both.
You got potatoes. You get some carrots in there.
Gonna have to load up again when we get back to a proper town.
Mhm. It's a nice thick stew. And you also make a nice bowl of bolts for Zagat.
You just
I don't know
found
where I found these.
loose nails from the floorboards.
Debris.
All right. You all gather. Did anyone go get Zagat?
Yes.
I would say I
I
thought
don't think they're
that.
together. And
No, I'm
he's
not.
Somewhere.
I'm
I
somewhere
probably
else.
see him cooking in the street. I'm just by the
I'm not in
wagon.
the street though. I'm actually in a house.
Yeah, he's in a house. He's in a house.
I would have seen
Then
him eventually.
I'll go bring the wagon over to that.
Okay. Perfect. You all.
Once notified, I make my way there.
Yes.
Splendid. Thank you.
He hasn't given you the. He has not given you the food yet. So say something about yourself. We've been together for weeks, and I feel like I barely know you.
Yeah.
All any of you,
Yeah.
I barely know me.
right?
That is
Well, that makes sense.
not a problem.
So tell us something about yourself.
Well, I of course love adventuring, so that's partially why I love spending time with my church, because that's part of our job.
Okay, I guess that counts. Here you go. Critic.
I haven't stepped foot in my home country in 10 years.
That's
Holy crap.
very deep. And interesting, and there you go.
How does that work out?
Let's just say that I'm persona non grata with the king because of the pirating crew.
Oh,
I'd love to go back. It's a beautiful place.
I don't know.
what's it called?
You're going to put me on the spot, and I can't
Cromwell
break it on
Tides.
Cromwell Tides.
Have I ever heard of such a place?
Do an intelligence check, please.
4. Nope.
So what I can tell you is, Cromwell Tides is a place. You don't really know where it's at. It's like, and I can tell you something about Idaho. You know where Idaho's at. You know that has potatoes. That's really the extent of the knowledge.
Got it.
There's tides there at Cromwell Tides.
So I actually.
So
also
I'm
rolled-
assuming by the
that's
name that it
okay.
is a
Sure.
coastal town.
If it's intelligence, total of 18.
It is an archipelago, far to the southeast from where you're at. The best way to describe it is it looks to be roughly what the waist is pointed at. But that's really the extent of the knowledge that you know of.
Legend has it that there's a sunken city filled with treasure in the ocean.
Have you ever tried to find it, or has anybody tried to find it?
Many attempts have been made, but no one ever comes back.
Oh, so it's not just like people go down, find nothing, and come back. They just literally don't even come back.
They usually don't come back.
Ah.
So there's not even any confirmation that it's down there outside of that.
This
It's-
is so much better.
It's
than
a
last
legend
time. I'm
from
so
my.
happy.
It's a legend from my home country that there was an epic battle
You're an interesting
that
person.
led to
Thank you. That's so nice.
a great flood, but it was fought in a town, and there was treasure left behind. No one's sure if the battle was because of the treasure or whatnot.
That's really interesting.
And you don't even know how old that story is either. How much it has been adapted, altered.
It's, for all we know, it's a centuries old myth. The city might not even exist, but people have gone looking for it and rarely come back.
Huh. Are there sea monsters out there? Well, that may be why they're not coming back.
Which is why I'm cautiously nervous about this hydra we're about to face.
Did you always want to be a sailor?
Want is a kind of a weird way of putting it. I was thrust into that world, not by choice.
Oh, just needed money.
Sure, we'll leave it at that.
Well, you've done way more than I expected. Thank you for opening it up, Trinit. That's so nice of you.
Well,
Asher, Lily, are you one person? Are you? I'm
I am-
very sorry. I'm just trying to. You are two people.
Yes.
Do you want to answer two questions? One from Lily, one from Asher. Do you just want to answer one? What?
I don't think Asher's particularly interested in answering, and I don't think she probably wants me revealing a whole lot
Do a
about
charisma
her.
check for me real quick.
Who? Me or her?
23.
Okay. Upon answering that question, the relationship between host and body is an interesting one. You can feel that Asher does not want you there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Asher's not a friend.
Oh, no.
She from what you can tell, from what you and Emil pick up, she kind of supports what's going on, but she's still fucking pissed.
Yeah.
That's as much as you can really tell.
So I don't think Asher is particularly desiring to let a lot of information about herself go, and I think least of all she wants me to share it.
That's fair.
But yeah, I am actually this, I say, holding up the dagger.
Yep, you're a dagger that possesses people.
I'm
You're the
not a
first-
dagger.
Oh.
My soul is trapped in it.
Oh, so you haven't always been a sentient magic item.
No, my earliest memory is being abducted from my family as a young child. Well, more lured into the woods and then whisked away to the Fey realms, Fey wilds. But you know, but
I know the feeling.
what's Brody's mom's name again? I can never remember.
Marigold.
Marigold. I mentioned this to Marigold, and she seems to believe, or seems to have some reason to believe that maybe those memories aren't real. So now I am torn because I don't know what's real. And I think that this dagger, I say holding it, is the only clue I have to where I really came from or who I really am or what's the truth of my memories. And unfortunately, this dagger is ridiculously old, just like Zagat. And the world doesn't have any knowledge about where such a thing came from. So I guess I'm just
I
stuck.
examine the dagger.
Absolutely, I say, handing it to him and then trying to immediately possess him.
Really?
I do not touch it.
No.
I was gonna say Zagat hands around Asher's skull.
You wouldn't be able to see it.
I know what happens when she's not holding the. Well, I guess I don't. But I know you're in the thing, and if you're possessing him, that leaves Asher.
You'll know
free.
Asher go.
Okay, there you go.
He'll immediately go. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. So
So it's like, damn, that got
Brody, do a
escalated.
Yeah, Zagat still blames Asher for what happened to Felix.
history
Same.
check.
So if I think I made it clear to you,
I know
if
it.
you ever lose control, he will mete out justice.
What did you say?
Yeah. Didn't. Sorry.
What did you say, Dan?
What am I rolling for?
History.
History?
History.
Gotcha. That is a 15.
You don't know.
Fuck.
I agree.
And you kind of it's your area of expertise is like old objects. You don't know how old this could be, or really, you don't really know what it belongs to. From what you're looking at, it's not really even a dagger; it's a spearhead.
Okay.
Do you know what it's made out of? Maybe that's a clue. I say to Brody.
Brody, make an intelligence check for me.
All right.
He said okay.
I might be able to determine material.
All right. Can
Well,
you
I
hear
said
me?
the question out
I hear
loud,
you
so
now.
you're free to.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Did you say what was the check again? I apologize.
It was an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Okay. I
No,
apologize.
system.
21.
Okay. Did you want to roll as well?
Can I just give him the help
Yeah.
action?
Yeah. Do roll one more time.
One more time. All right.
Higher overall intelligence than I do.
Hey. That's a nat 20 plus 2, so 22.
Hey.
So
He still
a
doesn't
lot
know.
of these, a lot of materials you can kind of figure out immediately. They are largely Fey based. Lots of silver, but more like it's how it holds it because it's very magic. It takes the magic very well. And typically the Fae don't like silver, but they are open to it in terms of smithing purposes for some magical items, due to how it takes magic. The filigree seems to be gold, but the overall base of because silver is expensive, even the Fae are like, nah, I don't want to spend that too much money on it. It seems like it's more steel than a like a cap placed over it, and then welded onto the steel in as best as they can at a low temperature, very low temperature, due to how silver reacts with heat.
All right.
The handle, for lack of a better word, seems to be elk leather. So very thick, very old, very worn in some places, but still holding together. You don't know whether it's the original leather or just what someone placed there. The blade itself isn't really even a blade. It has definitely worn down over the ages. This magical item has definitely seen some wear for it to actually be worn down. So it's more rounded edges, but it still has a hell of a point. It can still be used for stabbing. There are some runes on it as well, magically related runes, but you can't really identify what they do.
All right. Okay.
Wow. Thank you, Brody. That's more information than I've had ever.
You're welcome.
All it took was a bowl of soup.
It's very true.
Speaking of Brody, here you go. You want to say something about yourself?
I like books.
I think we already knew that, Brody.
I think that's what you said last time.
I started a croquet team at school called the Flinchers.
Okay, so what's the
Okay,
story
that
behind
counts.
that name?
That counts.
We flinch when we get punched.
Or don't get punched.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
And then Zagat, here, you can have these nuts. I found them.
Won't even make psychic damage for that one. That was good.
Why, thank you. Can I take it if I don't really know anything about myself?
Do you want to know anything about yourself?
What's something you want to know about yourself?
Are there any hobbies that you would like to try?
Or that.
Do you ever wish you were a real boy?
I am real.
Never mind.
I exist.
I know
I
you
am
do.
here.
If anything, he's more real than you.
Touche. I wish I were a real girl, so
Well, with Brody's expertise and probably my church, maybe there's a backwards way.
I am primarily made out of adamantium and mithril. And several 100,000 gold in debt to the dwarves.
Okay, but
I am very poor.
what would you
I have
like to
knowledge
know
and
about yourself,
power.
or something you'd like to try? If you need time, that's fine.
so wait.
I can say something about myself while you think about it.
Is the god about to go into an existential crisis?
You better hurry, your nuts
Is
are
that
no
why you're
folds.
looking for the heartswood? The super ridiculously rare wood is it'll pay off all your debt?
No, that's for a different thing. That was
Oh.
part of the paladin thing.
Part of it. Still pending job.
Still pending.
Waiting for parts. Ah, yes. Always waiting for parts.
This job has been pending for 13 years and 42 days and 16 cents.
So,
He's literally just holding the bowl, kind of staring off in his face.
Zagat, are you okay?
You broke him.
You can always come back to it later.
Kinetic maintenance.
Zagat,
beeping.
did I
Percussion maintenance.
Percussion maintenance.
did I
I tap on him.
I didn't mean to kill him. Oh God.
I don't think this is a healing issue. This is This is just him.
Robots broke.
Oh, he's moving.
I'd like to ride a horse.
Completely legit. I can feel that. Yeah.
The problem is I'm too big for most horses.
We'll just find a bigger
Maybe
horse.
we can try to find one.
What if
Here's
we-
the Hydra. You can try and
yeah,
ride that.
What if we named the Hydra horse?
Spicy
think-
horse.
Does that work?
Yes.
We can domesticate the Hydra.
This isn't like naming your hamster virginity and then losing the hamster.
I'm sorry, did I just hear the voice of God?
What was that?
Not even-
Morgan?
I don't even know what that is.
He was not.
What's a virginity?
We'll tell you when you're older.
Oh no.
You start.
So,
Was that good?
yeah,
Yes,
that was wonderful.
great.
Thank you. And since all of you have
Sound of
shared,
1,000 nuts and bolts clinking down, and
I actually have a
Sounds like a
childhood
pinball
friend.
machine.
it's like,
You have a childhood friend?
Yeah, Riella Sinclair. We grew up together. She's a half elf like me.
That's really cool.
She also left to learn more cooking stuff.
Is that like a common thing with your hometown?
For the half elves or full elves, the people with shorter lives tend to
Ow!
stay in the same town. But
He just bit my neck.
yeah, those of us with longer
Well,
lives tend
yeah.
to go out for a few years, maybe 10 or 20, and then come back
Just to find recipes? That's it?
to find recipes, to spread the word, to experience life outside of the town for a bit, and then bring back new inventions, new cooking recipes, new ways of cooking.
Does anybody ever not go back?
Yeah, but that happens. It's a wide, dangerous world.
Oh, so they all don't go back just because they.
Sometimes it's because they are lynched by a crowd. Yes.
Oh.
We don't
Is that
know
the only
why.
reason everybody never comes back?
gee, I wonder.
Well, sometimes they're eaten by people. Well, not people, but monsters.
Things.
Oh, sure.
And every now and then they don't come back because they lose faith, and that's fine if that happens. It wouldn't be the first time, and we hope they have a happy, full life before Rocky finds them.
Wait, what? Like, vengefully finds them?
No, just because that's who she is.
Like an eventuality, not out of, like, spite.
Right.
How interesting.
But yeah, we grew up together and did all sorts of things.
That's really cool. I wish I remembered having a friend.
What am I? Chopped liver?
No, I mean like a childhood friend.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I get that.
You guys are my friends now.
We're having some tacos, dude.
If it
Asher
helps,
disagrees.
I never had a childhood friend.
Too busy indoors reading books?
I was forced to study early.
That tracks.
Yeah. Dad kind of put it upon me, and Mom just encouraged a lot of other side studies that I think upset him, but, she's Mom, she's boss.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I do more savory things. She's more of a baker in sweets and desserts. She did teach me how to make a cream pie, though.
I love. I will reserve my judgment on cream pies.
What? It's a dessert. It's a
I-
very tasty, creamy dessert.
Never had one.
Well, maybe I can make it. Sometimes.
So anyway,
Hear the
after
regret in your voice.
Yes, I know
it's
the joke.
conflicted
I
because
do. Orin does not.
Lily has absolutely never had a cream
It
pie.
happens in a small, tiny island community.
All right, can you get some?
But then there's Asher. And there's that conflict of
You definitely cannot access any memories in that department.
no, it's not that there's no desire to try, but it's the desire of like, oh God, I'm in somebody else's brain. They're in my brain. We're thinking about this. We need to
Scott
move
totally
away.
stone-faced. He has no idea what this reference is for.
And then
That
Orin,
sounds delicious.
and then Orin goes through the recipe and actually tells you how to make a cream pie. Yeah, we did that.
You gotta stick it in, swirl it around a little bit, add some sugar, a little bit of milk,
No, she
throw it all
get
in the
that
oven.
Some eggs.
She has
Beat
a
some
very
eggs.
weird way of cooking.
You gotta whip them eggs right though.
Yes, you do.
For some reason, she only wore an apron. I don't get it.
I kind of want the Hydra to attack right now just to break up this awkward.
Trinic is just feeling more and more awkward.
He's just sitting there staring like.
I imagine Lily's inner monologue
my
is
raccoon.
that Lily hasn't experienced most of this, so she's naive. So Asher is on the back end, like recognizing this stuff, and she's kind of like reading the surface level, going, "Oh, oh." So she's like physically blushing to something that is going on between her and Asher.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I quickly eat the soup.
Well, this was nice. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down.
He is
I don't think you
freaking red.
I don't think you asked.
No, he was the first one.
Oh, okay. No, that's right. That's right.
He likes adventuring.
Oh, that's right.
I do.
I am beet red.
While we are here,
I don't think Zagat's ever really thought about himself before.
so I'm
Apart from, I have a debt to pay off.
so
You're
I'm,
very work oriented,
Yes,
which is
he's
very unhealthy.
Very work oriented.
I'm gonna go ahead and distribute the herbs. Do not eat these yet. I'm gonna give one to Brody, Lily, Trinic, and Orin.
You had 4, so
That's
yes.
4.
Yes.
Yep. And do not eat these until we have eyes on the Hydra.
What is
What
this?
is it?
It's gonna give you guys resistance to poison.
Oh,
Thank
For
you.
a
smart
temporary time.
thinking.
Thank you very much.
It's a great idea.
I only had 4. And I don't.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was about to say. I don't.
It wouldn't help you in any way.
In the worst case scenario, I just.
Technically, you can ingest it,
It's just,
but it wouldn't do anything because you already have advantage.
Yep. I get all the same effects already.
Yep.
I stuffed it in my belt.
I don't
pouch.
have organs.
I just have.
I also
furnace.
got 5 big bottles of oil accelerant.
It just lube you up.
Just sacks of fluid just pulsing in his body somewhere.
How much would this oil hurt Zagat?
hurt Zagat.
The same as anyone else.
If we poured it on him and lit him on fire and he charged the Hydra?
It would still hurt
Yeah,
him.
I'm still.
He is not. He is not fire retardant.
I am not immune to fire.
Yet.
Do we know that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm fairly certain of it. Yes.
I think he's actually been caught on fire before.
Oh, you're right. He has.
Just wrap him in wool and light that.
What's that paste they put on stunt double?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah.
And that's after like 5 layers of fire-resistant
Yeah.
gear.
All I know is Orn will keep making these jokes until somebody explains what the heck a sex is. He doesn't know.
The guy doesn't.
We'll tell you when you're older.
He's already.
Trinic doesn't want that responsibility.
When two Warforged love each other,
Well,
they
I mean-
combine their blueprints and then assemble a child.
I
Or-
think.
Is that
That's what I've been.
Creature.
Or if you go to a place that has
Boy, is the cat gonna be
tavern,
surprised.
Well, let's just say you pay.
Oh.
Oh.
I love that Drenic's experience with it is just like, oh yeah, you just pay women in taverns.
Yeah.
Isn't that how everybody does
Saucy
it?
women in taverns is that's
Some of them slap me. I'm into that shit.
sometimes you gotta pay more for that though.
I imagine that like Asher's internal monologue is like brutally explaining this stuff to
Lily to make her as uncomfortable
no,
as possible.
like, okay, so this is what you should tell Oren, and Lily's just too embarrassed to do it.
Just big deep breaths. That's all you're doing right now. Just big deep breaths. Like,
Yeah,
And then Brody would
is
just
it hot in here?
yeah.
Brody would just
I need you guys to step outside.
You already are outside, partially.
Oh, because there's like, you know,
It's a slightly destroyed house.
Brody would explain it very clinically, like basically like you're reading it out of a med book.
if he
medical
were
book.
to do it.
I feel like that's the most appropriate way. So that means that we have all voted, and it's Brody's responsibility to break the news to Oren when it's time.
And by the way, I'm assuming this is all, or most of this is in character because Orn's in bed. I could be wrong.
All right, someone's got to break it to him. Someone's got to explain this to him, and that can't be me.
I'm
Explain
not
what?
doing it.
Never mind. So about the Hydra.
Of course, it's at the church, maybe.
I think I need to turn in for the night.
It's all too much for you.
I guess I'll take first or second watch.
I could probably take, like, I guess I don't have night vision, so as long as the sun's still up, I'd be okay to look around.
I can take first watch.
I'll take 2 watches. During one of them, I'll pray to Morgan. Please don't let me die, or any of my friends.
Please let
Also, what is a sex?
What is a cream pie?
Oh, chaos. I love bringing it.
the gods cannot help you with this one.
Dear God,
You get a response. No.
dear God, it's me, Zagat.
Ask your
What is
mother.
the sex?
I don't know about Do I know about
Oh god, another existential question. Okay.
The robot envy is growing strong.
The night.
Bitch, she gonna be an oath of vengeance. I hate you,
find my mother.
squishies.
As everyone beds down, if I'm taking first watch, I'd actually like to climb one of the trees, see if I can look over the tree line to see anything at all. See like the opening, maybe look for the tavern.
Sure. Do an either
Can I give you
acrobatics or
advantage?
athletics, your choice.
Well, I'm actually pretty good at both.
Yeah, I will.
So
I will.
I'll do acrobatics. Rolled a 9, got a 13.
Okay. You're not very good at climbing trees. There are not many trees in the ocean.
Well, it's a little different than climbing a rope ladder.
Yes. But you do manage to get up the tree. You don't really pick the tallest tree. Unfortunately.
I get up there and there's more trees. I'm like, damn it.
Now do an athletics check to get back down.
Nat 20.
Perfect. You get down low enough, do a flip. Perfect.
Nobody sees.
And of course, everyone's asleep, so nobody
Yep.
saw that.
Man, that would have been fucking awesome. All right, y'all sleep. Nothing happens throughout the night. We will take a break. I would recommend during this break, make sure your spells are prepped.
Yep, that's what I've been doing.
Combat.
Yes.
I'm actually going to be trying a different combination of spells.
All right, so we'll be back here in 5-10 minutes. We're gonna take a break. Don't go anywhere, but enjoy the break. Where's my BRB? There you are.
Little both.
Click that, and we are good to go.
Don't forget to unmute the mics.
We're back.
I actually just had unmute Dan. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so people have been listening to us?
No,
Oh,
They just
I
changed
actually
the
had to
channel
mute
input.
everything. They didn't even get any music.
gotcha.
Otherwise, they'd just hear Dan talking, and it would have been a very weird one-sided conversation. So we have returned. You all have gone through the night. Nothing happened.
Yay!
So long rest.
Yeah, you get your long rest, get your spells prepped.
Okay.
I feel much closer to all of you now that I know more about you.
I agree.
Just wish somebody would.
Back to forest colors.
Just wish someone would have seen my awesome backflip that I did last night. But it's okay. I'm not bitter.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's fine.
You'll have other opportunities to show off.
Yeah,
I
but
believe that you can do it again.
but I wanted to just show you what I can do.
And I believe you.
Look what I can do.
That's right.
Whoever wants to roll a perception check, please.
Oh, I want to. It'll be terrible, but I want to.
That's a 13.
9.
Okay.
14.
12, 11.
Okay. Dan.
My apologies. What was I rolling for?
Perception.
Perception. Okay, that is a 14.
Perfect. Those of you get a 10 or higher, Zagat has been in the same position, staring at the sun.
Hey, buddy. Zagat. Hey. 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 Hi. You all right?
I was thinking about horses.
Okay. That happens.
That's fair.
He's fixated.
That's actually that makes sense. That's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah. Wants to ride horses.
Scott's mind right now is just a My Little Pony dream. Just they're all metal.
With just an animated Zagat riding on them.
Yeah, little chibi. His
I-
hammer is also riding on a separate horse.
I wish I
Holding
could
reins
draw.
somehow.
Has tiny little hammer arms.
I wish I could draw because I would 100% has port and starboard attachments.
One of them is a motorcycle.
We have now gotten weird My Little Pony and weird Rule 34 for Zagat.
Cyberpunk
No,
My Little
no,
Pony.
no, no. We're not real 34.
Did you say Cyberpunk My Little Pony?
Exactly.
Incredible.
All right.
So-
So,
Are we going to go find the Hydra in its lair and burn it down? Are we going to try to meet it halfway and trap it into a place? Meet it halfway, or what's the plan?
I like the idea of trying to burn down the tavern with it in it and then attacking it once it breaks out. But I'm by no means the decision maker around here, so
I think we need.
we can all weigh in on that.
Danny?
I would have at some time last night, Zach. I would have wrapped something around those bottles so I could light them, throw them, and if they break, it'd spread the fire easier.
okay.
Is that
Molotov
cool? Or...
cocktails.
Yeah, just do a dexterity check for me, please.
Yes, you got it. Dex. Hang on. 13.
Okay. You managed to make some fairly easy Molotov cocktail style bombs, if you will.
As long as it's because the bottles you said were glass, right?
They are glass, and something I was going to mention is it's fairly thick glass.
Oh.
So you might need someone else to throw them.
Does anybody have catapult? Is that a spell anybody knows?
You would be the one.
Unfortunately, I did not take that one, despite considering doing so.
Yep.
I might hand these over to Zagat, maybe, or a couple to him if he wants them.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I technically can fly. It will just take my divinity to channel it.
Oh, to fly above the thing and drop them?
Yeah.
You can bomb them from the air? Air bomb it.
Well, if we throw them, it would be whoever's the best at range. Whoever's the best at this,
Not me.
which is probably Trinic.
What's your
What am I looking for? What am I checking?
dexterity?
Are you good at throwing stuff?
What's your dex?
My dex
To
is
throw
what-
in DM information here. For throwing, technically, it could be dex or strength.
Oh, okay.
Well, my dex is +4.
Yeah, my strength is +4, but normally for range attacks it'd be dex. But
Hilariously, my
Easier
dex
way
is
to get-
+3.
It's a weird area regarding thrown weapons in 5e.
grenades
Versus
Yeah.
just dropping.
I have something I'll be doing for my actions.
You
I mean, if
so
you
right.
if you need
Do you
me
guys
to, I
want
could.
some of these bottles or not?
I don't give it to me. You know what I'm gonna do.
I'll take one,
Okay.
and then
All right, I'll
Trinic
give
can
one
take
to both
Yeah, I
of
should
you
probably
guys.
take one to start and then rush. I mean, I could
Alright.
rush and flank.
I have an idea
Uh,
for a new spell. I'm going to be doing that.
RJ, do you want one?
Yeah, just in case we want to test out my theory as well.
Well, I'll keep 2 on me. Then you each have 1. Just make sure to have fire on you, like a torch or something necessary. It can help.
So are we gonna
Well,
start?
I have plenty of fire spells, so
Are we gonna
Okay.
start with the Molotov cocktails and then?
I'd say
Run
we
up.
start attacking it. Somebody needs to hit it with fire within their time before it attacks.
Can one of you do a D percentile roll for me, please?
Want me to?
Looks
Anybody?
like Gio's already on it.
Then it'd
Okay.
be 65.
Okay, continue on.
Oh.
well,
What's that?
I'm ready.
Let's go burn down a hydrant.
Well, we also don't know the condition of the tavern. What if it's just
Abandoned. It's good enough for us.
Yeah, but
as long as it's wood.
it's a large creature as well, so it could be half of a tavern.
Maybe.
I mean, burning the tavern around it would still be better than just trying to burn it by itself, so long as there's enough wood.
That's my only concern.
My thought is if it's using it as shelter, as like a den, it's got to be at least big enough to protect it from the elements.
Yeah, we're just trying to destroy its hideout and get it out, so it has nowhere to retreat. Start the battle.
I have knowledge about snakes that I'm not trying to use in Zagat, because Zagat would not.
And Zach does not have knowledge about snakes. He knows that they are slithery.
Yeah.
And that they're snakes.
Yeah.
And they're sneaky.
I hate snakes.
Yeah,
I don't
same.
like them.
Why did snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes.
Snakesby, shut the fuck up.
Oh no, it's a snake.
I know.
Shut the fuck up.
Snakes.
Yes, all snakes can swim. Here's how they do it. Thank you.
Snakes. I don't know no snakes. Sounded like a snake.
Bixby's fourth wall breaking, and he's going to jail.
Snake.
All right, so you all are going to start roughly making your way towards the where you think the tavern may be, the old tavern.
Let's stay in the back of the group.
Waypoint. You're going to stay in the back of the group?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question. Remember that smoke bomb that I bought?
Yes.
Does that have? Would that affect everybody in the party's night vision, or I guess night
It is a
Dark vision.
smoke bomb, not a darkness bomb.
What I'm saying, like the people that have night vision, would they be able to see a little?
No.
little
No.
bit? Okay.
No, they wouldn't see a
I'm just
damn
curious,
So you
thing.
can't see through sand.
Just
If
curious.
it's
how
magical, I actually might. I have the devil's vision thing.
I believe that specifically is for magical darkness.
Which
Oh,
this would not be
gotcha.
because it's just smoke. Smirk.
This is definitely something that may or may not be cursed.
It is definitely cursed.
Exactly.
Definitely.
He's trying to
Zach,
cover all our bases.
Yes.
Earlier today, thousands of witches plummeted on their
I have
brooms
found
directly in the mountainsides.
Zach, I found a
Cause
gold
still
liquid
unknown.
vial.
Yes.
Did we ever identify that?
You have not identified that vial.
Could I try to real fast?
You can certainly try. Do
If we have an hour to spend, I can do it as a ritual.
you can?
Would you
what I
all
can tell
like
you
to
right
spend
now
an hour
is
to
it
do
is
that to see if
not.
it's useful?
It does not really put out a magical aura.
Never
There's
mind.
magical.
never
There's
mind.
magic about it, but just like looking at you, go. I'm not gonna be able to figure that out.
Oh, so it's
Understood.
not magical. Okay.
Never mind.
So go ahead and do an intelligence check for me.
That's 7.
Actually, I'm sorry. We're gonna go back here real quick. Do a medicine check for me.
Right. That's 7 still.
All right, cool. It's looking at it.
It's PP.
It's a potion of some form.
Can
It's
I give it a shot?
you can, yes.
That's an 8. Rolled a 2.
It-
Better.
It's a shiny potion inside of a bottle.
Ooh, pretty.
Yep, that's a potion. Here, let me try.
Sometimes.
Nope, yeah,
the
that's
dice
potion.
gods
He's right.
do
Can
not what
confirm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
a
it's
potion.
a potion of something.
So let's go.
Okay.
All right, who is taking the lead here? Who here with good survival wishes to take the lead here?
That's you, buddy.
I'll take the lead because nobody else said anything.
I'm gonna let him say that, but I'm
Wait, no.
behind him.
You are not allowed to say
I already
direction.
rolled a 15.
No, we.
That-
I don't trust them anyway.
I will take the lead. No.
We immediately stop you, rotate you 45 degrees in the direction we actually have to go.
Which is down a road, I'm assuming.
No, actually.
There is no road?
No. You're just straight into the woods.
Okay. That's it.
Fantastic.
It should be.
You want me to do
if we
survival?
want to approach stealthy, we might need Trinic to go ahead, or
Yeah, let me scout ahead, see if I can find the tavern.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I can't get past without traced.
Yep, that was a cat.
And I'm wearing heavy armor, so I'd have disadvantage.
So I'm gonna go.
I clank a lot.
I'm gonna try
Where the
and
clink
go
is.
through the woods, try and find this tap.
Yep, you go ahead a couple hundred yards.
Let's just try to roll it.
Roll the nat 20.
Okay. It was, and what kind of roll was that? Just so I can
That was stealth.
stealth. Perfect.
Trinic disappears.
He goes behind a tree. You expect him to go at the other side. Never does.
He's behind the shortest tree too. It's the same.
Orin
He
goes
was
around
actually
the tree.
very impressive because you've only seen tomfoolery come from him.
Orin
How'd he
literally
do that?
walks around the tree.
Normally he's face planting in the ground. Everyone look down.
Is there a trap somewhere?
I
And he
checked.
fall in a hole.
He's not up in the trees either. He's gone. He's a magician.
Did
Your
you-
ears are feeling a little bit hot right now. Someone's definitely talking about you.
I swear to God, guys, you ruined this for me the one time that I succeeded.
It's almost like we can still hear him.
You go on ahead.
He must be dead. I can hear his voice whispering to us from the great beyond.
Fast.
Didn't even see it. Didn't even hear it.
Oh shit!
And
Tell
nimble.
Hydra.
Oh, they can turn invisible. I will no longer be on this contract. We are leaving.
Terrifying. Let's go.
Sucks about Trinic. That's fine.
Trinic was here.
Meanwhile, Trinic is
Carved that on a tree.
Meanwhile, Trinic is 200 yards ahead, going, "Where the hell is everyone?"
So we're following Orin.
We're going the direction we do.
Yeah. So you all move forward. You guide through the trees, no problem. Do a survival check for me as well, please.
Ooh, that's cocked.
Okay.
At least from my perspective, that is. But
Sure, re-roll it.
Good, because yeah, that's better. Survival.
Yes.
That'd be an 11.
Okay. Luckily it's nearby. You're not exactly going super far. It takes probably about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But you do eventually find a clearing with a somewhat dilapidated building. Looking at it immediately looks like where a door would be, it's completely crushed open. And it's just a fairly large opening now. But that's really all you can really tell. It has a thatched roof. The building itself is stone.
But the only damage really to the building, besides it being old and dilapidated, is the hole in the door.
As far as you can tell, yes.
I,
There are windows as well, but for the most part, it's the walls of the building are fairly tall, and they are stone.
So I'm going to double back and go find the rest of the group. Tell them how far further ahead they need to go, and then relay that information to them so they know what we're looking at, or what I've found, what I think is the tavern where the Hydra is hiding.
Sure.
So it's stone. So do we cook it from the inside?
Well, the thatched roof, you could set that on fire, but that's not going to do anything about the walls.
What's the floor situation like?
I didn't get close enough to the floor. I saw the outside. I didn't go actually check the tavern.
That's
I
fair.
I stayed in the tree line because I didn't want to be spotted.
I have a thought. If it's still in there, you could fly above and just pour one of the containers onto the roof, and then we can light the roof that way.
But
Sounds like a good
you
idea.
don't pour it. We're not pouring a liquid fire. That would be
No.
pouring the
No.
oil,
Right.
and then you'd have to still set the.
I can do that.
Okay. Whether
We have
Brody?
at least 3 people in this group that can cast fire.
Were you saying something?
Said that sounds like a good idea. Set the roof on fire that way.
yeah, that'll at least scare it and get it to attack. And I don't know if when it does attack, if it's going to go out the front door because that's the only opening right now, or if it's just going to spread out and crush the walls.
Well,
Probably will.
here's a-
We'll have to go.
Well, it's pretty big. How does it get in and out of it to begin with?
There's just the
Giant hole.
where the
It's
door
magic.
was. There's just an opening.
Oh,
Um,
So it's
through.
presumably it's
Yeah,
slid
I would say you
it's
caught
slid
up.
through
Give me
where
just a
the
moment. I'll
door
go get it real quick.
So maybe we stay
And
everyone else.
I'm assuming we're doing this
The
talking.
big hole. Is
You keep talking.
Okay. As we approach, we should probably be a little quieter.
Why?
Sage
Just
whisper.
kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say,
Well,
Orin,
but he does raise a point. Can hydras hear or
snakes can hear. Why couldn't the
you only
Hydra?
saw-
snakes hear through vibration? Would I know that? Anyway, I don't know.
They don't have ears
The Hydra can
like
hear.
frogs. Frogs have ears.
Can they smell?
Already
it?
seen intelligence
yeah,
check.
smell would probably
Probably.
go against first.
This is
Are we
Orin
down
asking
in?
if snakes smell.
Yeah.
He has no clue.
Metagame knowledge, they'd smell us before we got there.
Yep.
Are we
Orin
down
has no clue about snakes.
Yeah, neither does the guy.
Out of game. The only way that I've ever heard of snakes knowing things is their tongue can sense things and then they sense vibrations. I don't know if they have ears or not, but that's out of game. But that's also snakes, not hydras.
It's a snake hydra.
Hydra?
Potato, tomato. It's
This is
I think-
Hydra.
Yeah, I think you fly up, douse the roof with one of the oil things,
Okay.
and then we have ways to set that off. Zagat will need to. I think he'll want to try and hold it like in the doorway. If he can,
Ooh,
as it's trying to
pretty.
come out.
Is the God saying this?
Yeah.
So he referred to himself in third person. I wouldn't be shocked if he did.
He's also saying it in this tone of voice. Zagat.
Ignore all the markings on these.
Are those permanent?
No.
Like, is
Well,
you,
they've been sitting there for so long that they probably are now.
you just haven't cleaned it off yet.
Correct.
Gotcha.
In about 4 years.
Okay, so it's not magical
Oh.
divinity. It's just the feature.
It's a class feature for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't we just flip it over?
Sure. I didn't even look on the other
You know,
side.
I was just about to ask, is it double sided?
I assumed
Let me
it's
check the other
because
side of
the
this
other
one.
side
Yeah,
was
perfect.
also covered in stuff. So
There we go.
Because I saw the bottoms of the other side and I was like, those are clean.
That's fair.
That's clean too.
Alrighty. So
Oh no, the mimics.
Oh god, it's full of mimics. We're all gonna die.
we knew it was going to happen eventually.
We knew we should have let Zach take
Oh, the
prey.
little stools.
I'm sorry.
They're so cute.
The little
Little
stools.
end tables.
Guys,
whatever they are.
we're done with adventuring. We're opening a tavern.
We'll name it
I was gonna
Terror.
say-
We're going to
Can we
open
take
that
over?
tavern.
Can we take this place over once we're done if it's still standing?
We might be
I
able
have a
to
name.
save
We
the
gotta
wall.
be like,
Hire some people to run it.
Bones.
Hire some people to run it for us.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is we need to knock down this wall right here, just open up this area, and then put shiplap up on the wall.
And then suddenly it explodes.
We're going to go full on. What's it called? The
Oh, yes.
Incorporated.
Yep. Hold on.
What's the expansion book? The
Acquisitions.
That's it. We'll just go full that. We'll become a company, like a literal company.
Just own this
I'm
tavern.
not
Will it
supposed to
actually
say
come to the
anything, but
Walmart?
isn't that pretty, Chad?
It'll finance. We'll hire
the
some
chef.
people to run the tavern for us, and then they'll just kick us back.
Yeah, I'm a
the
chef.
profit.
The next thing on my list is outdoor terrain.
And you're chef, so you can come up with the
This stuff
menu.
looks awesome. Did you get this? All
We can
from the
do
same
this.
Place?
Resident
Looks
clearing
nice.
for those people who get
But
too
I mean,
drunk.
the same place.
Ignore
that you got
main
the stuff
quest.
for the charity.
Start own
Yes.
tavern.
Yeah, that's
world and
and all modular.
because we
it's
didn't
almost
get back
from the same
the
guy.
book.
It's awesome. Well, they do great work.
But at least we got made money at opening a tavern.
3 years later, the world
All right.
ends.
So
No,
this is what you
not
see
even three, it's one.
and this area actually is an open area. There are bushes and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff,
Put
but
me.
some of it's overgrown.
Can you put me back with the group too?
Where's you?
He's in his hand.
so good at
I've
hiding.
been trying to hand it to you.
His stealth roll was so good you couldn't even find the menu.
Also, I was expecting the actual tavern stuff to come in a couple weeks ago, which is why they're unpainted.
And
Do we
don't
have Brody?
Brody.
That's fine.
No.
Brody could be Tits McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiff McGee it is.
Damn,
Brody
Brody.
looks so different.
Damn, Brody, you're kind of sexy.
I mean, look at that charisma.
What's a sexy?
We'll explain to you later.
We'll tell you when you're older.
To
Okay.
balance out the phone. All right. So this is what you see. There are some windows. It is dark, which is to be expected from an old inn, an old wooden
And you
ship.
said thatch roof over the top.
There's a thatch.
Is it pitched?
There's a pitch to it. It's not flat.
Okay.
Now, this is kind of out of.
Oh, I eat the herb.
No, never mind.
I've waited. I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
how long
gonna.
it's gonna
I'm
last.
gonna. Well, how long does it?
I
last?
don't know
We don't
how
know.
long it's going to last, so I would wait until right before we're about to start.
Which is now.
'Cause-
And while you're doing your thing with the oil, I'm going to cast magic weapon on Zagant's weapon of choice.
And then I'm assuming this is where
This is not a kraken.
this is where the door used to be.
Land kraken.
Zach,
Well, Hydra's
this is
kind of
where the
hard.
front door
Yes.
used to be.
Yes.
Man,
It's a reverse kraken.
I just
So
had my brain blown. It's,
Are they different heads or are they just tentacle with head-like appendage?
right? Hydra.
instead of having a head with a lot of
Kraken with
arms,
land.
it's a lot of arms with one head.
It's like tuna chicken to sea, but
But
no.
all hands also look like heads.
Anywho, that's enough of that. So, how are we doing this? We're here now.
I'm guessing I'm starting it.
We're waiting
So,
on him.
Do it.
Can anybody FaceTime me so I can see the map?
Oh,
No idea how to do that.
You might just have to pull.
Here,
up
hold
the
on.
Let me try one thing.
Yeah,
real
pull
quick.
up the stream. What's wrong with you?
Well, even
I have it
there,
up.
it's
It's
kind of
delayed.
Hold on, Danny.
Let's see.
You don't need
it is
the video
delayed,
to be
but
delayed. You're just looking at the map.
Turn on camera. Let's see if it'll actually work this time. I don't think it will because it doesn't. It really does not like.
Why is this?
Yeah, it's not going to do it. Share screen.
I can't turn off the speaker though. is the
Here, this
problem.
might give you your best view of it actually, Dan.
So can you?
Let me do that.
I muted my microphone on my phone.
So this is the tavern from the backside. This is where the door used to be, and then there's where we
These are your
out there.
glorious titties right here.
Absolutely amazing.
Here, I can show him the thing.
Okay, that,
Brody, I've never been more jealous of you in my life.
Okay.
okay, it's not like that. So back to this, back to full screen.
Where'd it go?
Oh God! So it's either actually no. We'll just have to live with this. So y'all don't get to see Dan's face for this encounter then.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Funny thing.
We've got a better Dan on the field.
Yes. So let me go ahead and hide Discord Dan.
Discord.
Dan can at least see the battlefield now, and that is more important. Let me just make sure. Dan, can you still hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. So I am I am using the chick with the big knockers, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Just call me Tits McGee.
We're a very respectful.
We already
stream,
have.
so.
Hey, you know,
I'm friends with many
it's
women.
Respectful look, okay? I
up,
look at
Gio.
her respectfully.
Okay.
Yes,
So
we respectfully say that.
It's okay because I said it
Respectfully
first.
Enjoy breasts.
As long as you did.
that's because tits are awesome.
Yes.
Continuing on.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what is the plan? What are we doing?
So I'm guessing I'm gonna go ahead and start us off with flying a few things of oil and smashing it on the roof.
Smashing it or pouring it?
Pouring it,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
That is what I
like,
requested.
Is one going to do enough, or do I need multiple?
I did know.
I think one will do more than
It's
just
a
enough
fat
to
group,
start.
right?
It is.
not-
He said it's
like-
like a gallon.
Once it gets started, then it shouldn't be. a
Yeah,
problem.
it'll go
Yeah.
up. Do you
It's
guys?
for
do
it's
you-
for smithing, so yeah, it should go pretty quickly. I would just dump it and drop a torch on it or light it.
How is the roof shaped? Is it like
Pitched.
this way
It's
or
pitched.
this way?
Oh, good call.
I would say it's more like this.
Okay.
The front portion, it's a low overhang.
Like a porch
Yeah.
overhang.
Can I ready firebolt for when the
Yeah, you can ready firebolt. It's just a cantrip.
Do you-
boom?
Do y'all want me to wait until we set the roof on fire and then chuck my Molotov? Once the Hydra appears, try and chuck it at
Yeah.
the Hydra itself.
Yeah, that's my plan as well. Is to hold
Sounds
mine,
good.
To hold mine until we see it start to come up, and then I'm going to throw mine kind of in here, and then
Okay.
I want to try and block it from coming out. I want to try and like hold it in that door
To keep it
Yeah.
in the burning building as much as possible.
as close to it as we can.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I might just match that or try and hit it in the face with mine.
Okay. So, step one, you're going to pour some
Or some
oil onto the roof.
Yep.
Watch the Hydra not even be in there.
Yeah.
We
we
just
should-
burned
That's our
out.
luck.
I mean, do you want me to sneak up and try and
No.
check to see if it's in there first?
If we waste one bottle, we waste one bottle. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
What I was going to do requires concentration.
None of us are rangers. We can't tell.
All right. So
I really want to use
I mean, I could try and sneak up and look in through the window.
What is it?
which bowl?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to try and sneak up again? Do you think?
Let's not risk it. We don't want to arouse this thing. We're better off taking the surprise while we have it.
I mean, we're in the clearing now, but I'm assuming there's woods surrounding the backside of the tavern. Like,
Yeah.
around
Around
in here.
from your scouting, I can say from you staying far back, the back of it there's some clearing, but it's maybe 40 feet of clearing.
So
And
we're really only
You're in the
we're
major
in the
clearing.
major clearing.
you're in the
already.
major clearing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I want to sneak up and see if I can at least try and.
Don't forget your luck if the roll is bad.
Yeah. I think I want to try and sneak up to see if the Hydra is actually hiding out in this tavern before we start setting it on fire and preparing for combat.
Do a stealth check for me, please.
while he's done doing that, I'm gonna get ready and try to line
Do
myself.
you
up.
want to select that?
Luck.
I'm gonna let that one.
Not
worse.
better.
I failed.
Okay.
Well, what's a 9 plus your?
A 9 would be 9 plus 4 would be a 13 for my original roll, but I lucked it, so I don't know if that still counts.
So with luck, it's a complete override.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
what I
new,
Oh,
it's
That-
not,
see,
it's
that's
not
what I-
advantage. It's a complete
Ah.
override.
Yeah, so I
that's a
failed.
6.
Okay. I'll be right back.
That's right. I didn't do that.
Gets
one.
up real close and just.
I think I shouldn't have had that second bowl of soup.
That's right. I didn't take Ray of Sickness. I took Inflict Wounds as my necrotic spell.
This is what I was worried about.
And it's gonna burst through the wall.
Is Geo already in the air, or are you still standing on the ground?
You guys basically said, "Hey, do we want to stealth first?" We all said no, but he still went and did it.
Well,
anyways,
it isn't that we
so-
all said no. Some of us said yes. I said no.
Okay.
I'm in the no category.
So I was trying to sneak around to about here on the side to look in the window.
I think as he was doing it, I was getting ready.
Yeah, you should have been in the air.
I mean, you can still call it now.
Your prep doesn't require his info,
So I was trying to get over here,
but you failed. So I think you got maybe.
probably about there,
Right
and then
there.
step
So
up,
I'd probably
and then
be.
snapped a twig.
You
Hey,
tripped
Danny,
over.
do I want to
Would roll that one. You just ripped.
How close do you think he got before he got discovered? Like the barrels, a little further back.
So I was thinking he went like up to
You
here.
got tripped over these.
I wasn't trying to go around.
He was trying to go
I was
this
gonna,
way.
No, I was
gonna
gonna say you went to run this direction. That's
Okay.
kind of what I was thinking.
Sure.
Or if you want to, you can go around those tricks. Which way do you want to go?
I was trying to go around this way.
Okay. I'll say you got to about right here, seeing the door. You do.
That's not on camera, by the way. I don't know, Pete.
You're stealthy.
Yes. Luckily, this is a small portion. We can use they can use imagination. So you get to this door, you open the door, just to see if you get a good look on what's going
It
inside.
creaks really loudly.
It creaks really loudly, and you don't really hear anything. So you go, okay. I wonder if the hydra's here. You go in, look around the door, and you see 5 heads staring straight at you.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, that is pretty. I mean, it's terrifying, but it's
Danger noodles.
cool.
Imagination. So yeah, you see 5 heads looking straight at you.
Nope.
I'm going to retreat as quickly as possible. Yeah, basically.
You know what? This isn't where I parked my boat.
you know that Grandpa Simpson gif where he walks in, takes his hat off, and then turns around. Yeah, that, and then beeline it back to the rest.
So
of the group.
you guys are thinking, man, Trennick's taking a minute. Wonder what he's doing. And I think
Well, that's not.
why is it quiet? Where do all the bird sounds go? And you just start hearing rumbling and crashing stuff.
Yep.
Um,
I'm actually going to cast Armor of Agathis as soon as I hear rumbling.
and you just you hear
Yeah,
very
prep
loud
a-
hissing.
Prep a thundering smite.
So there really goes the element of surprise.
Sorry, guys.
I hear rumbling and like, oh, I need protection.
It's already flying.
I would like
It's-
everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Was it okay for me to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
I'm saying it would have taken about
That's why I
6 to 10 seconds for it to get to that
That's why I
point. So that's fine.
Geo was while Trinick was doing that. Geo was also trying to get the oil onto the roof.
That's not an issue.
Okay.
That's not an issue.
So you're in the air.
Yeah. Do you have the flying?
Yeah, we need the
Thanks.
flying platforms. for it.
Oh god. I rolled an 8, guys.
It's okay. I have a pretty
rolled a
decent
3.
initiative. I got an 18 plus 2, so.
We are very, very surprised.
I also got it.
I don't think
Wow.
we're gonna be able to burn
Wait,
them
that-
down.
that-
unless
You're
he
gonna
doesn't.
die.
That's what you got for your initiative roll.
I have a +0 initiative.
Uh huh.
Okay, Danny, do I want
I have no
to
data.
hex it or do I want to witch bolt
I
it
have
at level
+3,
2?
which is so weird.
If I
Probably
can-
hex.
Did we lose Danny?
No, I'm here. I'm just dealing with a crying baby.
Right.
If I can
Sorry.
throw in my 2 cents, Hex only does so much.
It's mostly skill checks.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything in terms of.
I mean, it gives me an extra D8, but I could, instead of a D10 and a D8, I could do 2D12.
The
think
damage
it's- I
helps.
think it's a D6 necrotic.
Yeah, D6.
Oh, it's a D6. Yeah, so I can do an extra D6, or I can do 2D12 of lightning.
All right.
Well, that's any attack adds that d6. So if you use like Eldritch Blast and hit it, that you still
Yeah,
get
it's
extra
a
d6.
D10 plus 1d6.
Right.
Whereas,
Or any spell with a ranged attack. Oh, you're talking about inflict wounds, right?
no, I'm actually talking about Witch Bolt, which is
Yeah, but you would get that on
that's an
Witch Bolt
attack.
too.
Yeah.
but they're
It's-
both concentration, and I have one spell slot left.
Oh.
Okay, so in the time that it took from the Hydra to get from the back room to the front door, how much time would that have been?
I'm saying it would have been about 6 seconds.
Okay,
one
so
round, so-
obviously that's faster than me, so I'd probably be if I'm running, I'd actually would have made it to about there.
You could also use your dash to like basically turn the corner at the same time. It would be there roughly.
That puts you right next to it, though. You're probably better off
Yeah,
behind the
I
building.
think I want to be about there.
But I'll be honest, your senses would have been severely heightened because of adrenaline at that point. To go, oh, I can hear this thing on the other side of the wall. It's
Well,
fucking pissed.
He Jurassic Parks it, just like stops. The thing just pokes its head out.
Could I start making a couple of moves? I don't like not my full movement, but could I take a couple more movements towards the door? I would have moved towards it when
I would say you can probably move 15 feet. 15.
Well, my question is, would the Hydra know that I'm actually running back around this way?
No, I think it's going in terms of instincts right now.
Okay.
But I would think it would go straight back and probably immediately to the left. But at this moment, it sees other things in the woods.
So it doesn't know that I'm here right now.
It doesn't necessarily know that you're at that particular moment.
Okay, so-
They're there at that particular moment.
Personally, I think it would be actually better for me to be there, not well. It'd be
I would-
better for here to hit it with the
So
grenade.
I
but
would,
it'd be better for
I would
here.
say that's information you need to think of on your turn. Or here in just a second.
Yeah.
25 to 20.
Modified 20.
Okay. RJ. 20 to 15.
18.
Nice.
Well, at least a couple of us rolled
I got a 15.
above 10.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, I heard you.
I need to step away for a minute. I gotta go change Bodhi's diaper, okay?
Go for it.
Yep, sorry.
Yep. Okay, 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
8.
Who has the higher attack?
He does.
I have a plus
Okay,
3.
Then one moment, please. 4 in, and
Scott's working up to speed.
I got a 6. I rolled a 3.
Wait, what did you get?
I got a 15.
Okay.
okay. So
I didn't roll a 15, but I ended up.
at this moment, RJ does go first. RJ, you are currently. I'll just assume just threw the bottle aside. How many feet are you in the air?
I would be about probably 10 to 15.
You're over here somewhere too.
Oh, 10 to 15.
Okay, the wall.
Oh, that.
They are
not
high,
right.
so I'd say you go
Okay.
closer to 25.
I just don't know how much time I had to get over
You,
there.
I would just. My thought process was while he was sneaking, and even I think Nate said it
Yeah,
as well.
you were-
pouring while he was sneaking,
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll
so
be
you'd
up on the roof
you'd be basically right.
above
You'll
it.
be above
Yeah.
the roof.
Just throw
Roughly.
a lit bottle on it.
I mean, look, I wanted to just make sure the Hydra was actually in there.
That makes
See it,
sense.
it's
No,
actually-
you did the right
You did.
At the Hydra now.
You know, it's there.
I didn't mean to startle the
Yeah,
Hydra.
You did
but,
the thing.
You did the right thing. You rolled bad. Shit happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes the dice tell a story. That story was Trinic failing.
And it was hilarious.
And it was hilarious.
And you know, unless someone dies, then it's a tragic story.
Yes.
Yeah, of course I only succeed when everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, nat 20 dismantling
the
a
dice
tree.
know, and the dice are the best storytellers in
I
D&D.
had a feeling
It's
that if I
that's fine.
did
It's gonna
use the
say-
armor of Agathis, I would
maybe
die this time.
there.
But
I'd say just put it on the outside, roughly. Yeah.
There's the,
It'll just sit there. It's gonna be loose a little
they
bit.
did an evil character episode. Matt just joined them.
okay, here.
And his character was like that. He had terrible rolls every time that the party was looking at him, and he only did cool stuff when no one was watching.
Yeah.
I turn invisible when no one's looking.
Yeah, it's like, I have the cape in my face when everyone's paying attention to me, but like I do like backflips on like superhero lands when everyone's
They've only
asleep.
seen
It's like,
one
and
full thing from
nobody
you.
saw that.
They've only seen one cool thing from you, and that was when you literally went invisible.
Yeah.
Basically.
But they didn't see that because I went invisible.
I saw it. I said you were a magician.
I love that this has just become Trinic.
The biggest meme.
It's great.
But
it
it's a
works.
very memorable character, though.
Yes.
But that's also
But it works
that's
because
also
it's,
very me.
it's also very Mike.
I just picture like Trinic coming bolting by the building going like,
I found the Hydra!
Jeez, and it's the fuzz. Oh, you already know.
Uh-oh. All right, so kicking us off is RJ.
Sweet. So I'm
By
guessing
the way, at that point, You cannot see the Hydra yet because of the little overhang.
Overhang. So I'm guessing I probably spend my full turn just pouring like close to weapon
I
here.
assume that you had already poured it.
No, you
Poured
poured
everything
poured
on
all
Right
right.
on there.
Okay. So I can't see it, but I will go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Just to have it summoned and ready to go. Yeah, so Gauntlet with an eye on it.
Okay, I'll just say this is the spiritual weapon.
Can I actually have it in front of the Hydra and then like just make an assumption attack with it right there?
You can, but you'd be rolling at disadvantage because you cannot see it.
Can't you also move?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That,
yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Basic assumptions. All right, so I guess I'll just move around the corner just to get it.
Move a little bit more. There. I'd say move one more spot. Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
That is where you can more comfortably say, I can see it.
How long
can
does your
see-
flight last?
Let me look.
I think it's like a minute, something like that.
Oh, so basically the whole combat. That's pretty
Maybe.
good.
I don't know. He'll have to double check, but let's check that in a minute.
Okay.
Let's
That
do your
tower
attack
seems
first.
perfect to
Yeah.
me.
So spiritual weapon comes out.
That works.
It's gonna do an attack because it just gets a free attack. I believe when summoned.
Correct. That is its attack.
Yes. So it's gonna be force damage. Oh, sorry.
I think it was
That's
right
my-
back.
I think it was like there.
Was he here?
I think so.
So I have to make
one
an
more
attack.
spot
Keep
between.
falling off at
So-
least.
I will, yeah.
Alright, so I have to make an attack roll to make sure it hits.
More tacky.
Correct. So go ahead and
Boy.
roll.
Plenty of erasers, man. So
Mm.
useful.
Is that what that is?
Where did you get that?
Artstorm? I
He's
think
been playing with that thing for years.
Yeah.
now.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
know you've had it for like
I
2 or
got
3
this, I think,
campaigns
Hobby
now.
Lobby.
I didn't realize it was an
I think
eraser.
it's 12
Yeah,
hits,
it's
I'm
a
assuming
putty
it doesn't
eraser.
hit.
You
12
go
does
to
not
any of like
hit.
the drawing sections for the
It's
you'll
you-
find one of these.
Your
it's also
spiritual
from
weapon
way to
takes an
play.
attack, but you were moving, and unfortunately you did miss.
So that was actually a bonus action
More so
spell.
you can like.
So
shape it
can I
into,
still
like,
cast an
a thing,
action
and then
spell?
you can get just a specific.
Oh, wait, that's
as long
a
as
first
it is
level.
a cantrip.
Yeah.
That's
Cantrip action, guiding bolt.
Are those not both leveled spells?
Cantrip was guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt is a
Oh
first
no,
level.
I
That's
didn't
a
scroll
first
far
level
enough. That's
spell.
my bad. I did scroll far enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say guiding bolt
Thank
is
you.
a first level.
I was gonna say that's freaking broken, man.
Appreciate
That's 48
Sorry.
as a cantrip.
Sacred Flame.
D6, but
D6?
still.
Is it D6?
46 plus advantage on next attack.
It
roll.
makes that. It has to make a Dex save of 14 for Sacred Flame.
It succeeds.
Okay, so no damage for me this turn. I thought I scrolled to my cantrip, so that's my bad. Yeah, monkey.
I'm pretty sure it takes offense at being called a monkey. It's
Not my
lit-
problem.
fair.
Alrighty. So next up, Dan, are you back?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, I'm trying to see on screen where I'm at. I'm way back there, aren't
Yeah,
I?
you are right back here.
Ah, okay, there I am. All right, I'm gonna move a little to whoever's pointing their finger at it. I'm gonna move that way towards their finger. Yeah, about right there. And I'm just going to light up the jar, and I'm gonna hurl it in that direction at that doorway. Do I see anything emerging?
Okay. Dan, I would suggest move. I would suggest you move right here because that'll be your full movement. Because
Yes,
it's
yeah.
a jar, a heavy jar, and an
Yeah, okay.
improvised
You're
weapon.
right. All right.
You're 50 feet away from it currently.
Okay.
So, and typically for a dagger, it's 20-60 range.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's right. Okay.
So-
I can hold off on the fire then, and then I can just let off like an Eldritch
I
Blast.
will advise that is a better plan.
It is.
Yeah, I'll do Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Eldritch Blast. Got a 16 plus. Yeah, that probably hits. That's a 22.
That hits.
If it didn't,
Yeah.
then I'm running. I'm not that good yet.
You know what?
We'll find out. Orin's the fastest one in the
Screw
group.
this guild.
How many squares does this guy take up? Like, is
16 total. So
So,
4x4. It's a 4x4.
Okay.
And 13 damage.
because he's in a 3x3 right now. I think.
He's technically supposed to be a 3x3, I think. But that's
Got
it. It
I'm
takes
just
up,
wondering
it
if-
takes up a lot of space.
Can we stand here or do we attack?
You can
these?
stand there and
Okay.
attack. Yeah. So how much damage, Dan?
13 damage.
13 damage. All right.
Yes,
Very good.
13 damage.
Nice.
And I guess that's all I can really do still, because we're level 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll pop my sword, and have that barrel ready, that little jar or whatever it is, to be ready to throw.
Sounds good.
Yep. Actually, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Sounds good. Alrighty. And you said your magic weapon was your spiritual weapon was a hammer, right?
No, it's a gauntlet with the.
So it's a fist.
Yes.
Got it. I just need to make sure. So it's a bludgeoning. Got it. All right. Next up is going to be Trinic.
Is this actually open?
That is open.
Okay. I have a. Looks like I have a 30 feet walking speed. Would I be able to make it to about there?
Yeah.
And then
You can
you
technically
said
get.
I could stand right here. Like
Yeah.
I could actually.
You can get right there.
Okay. So, what ability was it that you just showed me? That was the rakish.
Audacity, but
Or no,
that
not rakish.
gives you your charisma modifier
no,
to
it's the
your.
next one. I have the ability to use a sneak attack if there's nothing else within 5 feet. If it's just me and the creature.
Sure.
So basically, what I can do is I could take my attack and a bonus attack, and I am dual wielding rapiers. So I'll just roll for both attacks.
Yep,
Okay.
And one of them gets sneak attack damage.
Yes.
whichever one hits.
So that is a 17 and a 16 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay.
Oh,
1d8
man,
plus
sorry.
4. And I get the 1d8 plus 4 for both attacks now. Plus 1d8 plus 4 on both attacks. Plus I get a sneak attack on one of them.
Correct. The first one.
So 1d8 plus 4, so that's 5 plus 6. Or excuse me, 5 plus 3 would be 8 damage for the first attack.
What's the d6 for?
That's the sneak attack.
No, it's
Oh,
not
that's
1d6.
2d6.
It's 2d6.
So what did I roll? I rolled a 1.
A 1 plus 4 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Now roll another
Plus
d6.
another one. So plus 2, so that's 9 for my first attack.
Okay.
And then for the next one is
Just throw it
8,
right there.
8 damage. 8 piercing damage. Or that's all piercing.
Okay.
And I'm standing right next to it,
All right. So
hoping that it can't just turn around and bite me.
you're going to take
It can't.
1 and then 2 points of acid damage as you pierce it. Its blood hits you. But
1 plus 2, so 3 total.
3 total.
Three total acid?
of acid damage. However, you do take out one of its heads.
Damn.
Oh, snap.
Good job, man.
Now
You can pull the heads off. So cool.
So
That is really cool.
one head is gone.
Now,
That's dope.
I have not actually eaten the herb yet. So, if I had the resistance, how would that have affected?
That's for poison, not acid.
Yes.
Okay. Do I still have the ability? I used my bonus action, didn't I? Because I forgot to eat.
You
the
can
herb.
still run away from it. You have
Well, no, I'm,
fancy footwork, so you made it a melee attack. It can't take opportunity attacks against you. Can't
right.
use
So
its reaction.
I could still run back around.
Yep.
And
Yes.
As I'm doing
I would
that,
say you could just get just around the corner and that's about it.
yeah. So, and as I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my herb, and I'll pull that out of my pocket and eat that.
And for storing things, I know it can't. It feels that it just lost one of its heads, obviously, and you feel like a snap right behind you as if it tried to attack you.
Okay. And then you
But
said that
footwork
was
was just 2.
3 points total.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you took 3 points of damage.
3 points.
Not
of
having to
damage.
I just had
disengage
to
if you even
down.
attack it is nuts.
Alrighty.
Now, so since we just took one of its head, does that means we need to cauterize the wound
We
like,
gotta burn.
immediately?
We got more people coming up. Who's next?
Next up is the Hydra.
Yeah.
So the head may be about to go.
So, I need to check one rule on it real quick. Quickly, I got it right. Don't you close on me.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Perfect. All right. Cool. So it's actually seeing that this is right here because it just lost its peripherals from that side. It's going to make an attack against the magical weapon because I believe it actually does have AC and hit points as well.
Does it?
I believe so. Yeah. It's a summoned item.
Who summoned the magic weapon?
It's a spirit weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
It's different than a magic
Does it
weapon.
have stats for a spirit weapon?
No.
I think they had to have some form of spiritual weapon. Otherwise, it's just like 10 and 5. Something like that. 10 AC, 5 hit points. Let me see.
I didn't think it did.
It's 1 minute duration.
D&D, 5e, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I think it's selectively intangible.
Okay. It does not stitch.
I think you're
Spiritual-
correct, Logan.
Okay. Then in that case,
Yeah, it also just doesn't do that much damage.
yes, sorry.
Oh, what?
So in that case, it's going to attempt to make an attack at it. So it's going to burn an attack, and it's going to know that it's not there.
Yeah.
But it is going to then move forward.
Crashing through shit.
Yes, crashing through shit. We're saying that that's being displaced off to the side.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah,
say selectively intangible. Maybe it would go behind it. I don't know.
It's going to move up to about right there because it has range within Zagat's, as well as RJ, even if he is flying. But it sees Zagat right in front of it. So it's going to make 2 attacks against you. First attack is... Actually, I think its first attack misses. Let me just check its stats real quick.
What's your AC sit down?
You'll find out in a second.
No.
Patience, young Padawan.
How would you like to stay in front of it for the entire duration?
That is my whole job.
Yeah,
Yep.
I was going to say, he is the tank.
We're gonna entertain here.
To attack is a 17.
Misses.
Very good. Just reopen my screen manager. All right. Second attack. That is going to miss as well. So you expecting lightning fast attacks from it, put one, capture one mouth with the haft of your hammer, and then throw it into the other head that tries to come out from the side. This head is going to go and attack RJ for 18.
Meets.
Meets. Okay.
Man, at least you took care of one of the heads.
Yes. So
But how long do
It-
we have before it grows back?
it does hit you, and you take 11 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay, Constitution or
Constitution saving throw.
gotcha. It's +3. That is 9.
That is a failure.
Yep.
You now have the poison condition.
Yep.
Did you take your herb?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I gave the 4 away. I figured if I can just cast a spell on myself, do that.
I actually just found out that I have, as a bonus action, I can expel poison from people.
By the way, I did mention something about augments. If you augment a spell, you take 3 times the spell slot.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
at
that's-
level 1 spell's not that bad, but
No, but it's when you start going higher.
5th level. Take 15 damage.
like really truly,
Nice.
this subclass is really freaking cool.
And it balances itself out really well with the
Yes.
augments.
Yes, it
Because you-
really does.
Yeah, because otherwise you fucking kill yourself.
Yep.
Perfect. So you now have the poisoned condition. That is actually the end of the Hydra's turn. So it is going to regenerate some health, and it's going to regrow a head. By a head, I mean 2 heads.
Wait, what?
So it's at the end.
We haven't done any fire damage to it.
Yeah, but it regrows 2 heads. Oh, shit.
That's how Hydra
Oh,
work.
shit.
Yeah. We've
Oh fuck.
That's why it was one of the Herculean tasks was because you cut up ahead 2 row back.
Can he let me go before him?
He can hold an action, but not an entire turn.
Well, we have since we have the same initiative.
Do you guys just want to flip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that work for you?
I don't care. Go for it,
Because then
man.
at least I can lay some damage into it, and you can do some fire to it.
No, I can't.
I can, but I'm after you.
You are.
You're after me
yeah.
anyway. Okay. Well, then you can go.
I was gonna say I don't do fire damage. I'm gonna shock it to death, but I can't do fire damage.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit it real hard, so someone just needs to be able to do some fire damage after.
So my turn.
It is Oren's turn.
5, 10, 15. Okay, and I'm gonna try witch bolting it.
Okay.
Fuck me sideways twice with a fish. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 hits. It meets.
Oh,
Yes!
A 15.
I don't have to roll to hit it anymore.
Yep. You just have to maintain it, and I think it's an action to make sure it keeps damaging it.
I do have to use my action
But
every turn.
that's consistent damage, which is good.
So it's 2d12.
And a d6.
No, it's not because
Ranged attack.
huh?
It's a ranged attack. You didn't you hex it?
No,
No.
Oh, never mind.
because they're both concentration.
concentrations as well.
I instead
That's right,
use
that's right, you said.
Armor of Agathis so that if it decides it hates me,
I think that's a better idea. Yeah, if you're playing, yeah.
so it's only 7 electricity damage.
Okay.
It can do 24 damage. It can.
That's yep.
But no, I rolled pretty low. So essentially what happens is the shadows around one of his arms look close to electric eels, and then he just says, "Unlimited power!" Not quite, but it does do lightning that way.
Yeah, you do see some arcs of lightning go across its carapace.
I do like the image, though, of the force lightning just kind of streaming steadily from his hands. And I will be back now that is my turn.
Alright. Next up is the Gothen.
Okay. So before I do what I'm about to do, I just want to go through what powerful build lets me do. Your physical stature lets you function in many ways as if you were one size category larger. When you're subject to a size modifier, a special size modifier for an opposed check, such as during grapple checks, bull rush attempts, or trip attempts, you are treated as one size larger. So for basically any time it's beneficial to me, I count as a large creature.
Okay.
So when I use Unstoppable Charge, I am still able to push a creature one size larger than me. Would
Okay.
that allow me?
So you're trying to stack it, if you will.
Yes, I want to be able to push the Hydra. It's essentially a bull rush attempt. It's just done through divine magic. And I, can
I
do
will say-
one size, so if I count
I-
as large, I can do a huge creature.
I will say yes, because I would have to check the research on it. I'll say yes with a but. DC will just be a little bit higher.
Okay,
But I'm not going to make it
I
like
think
a plus
There's
10.
no DC for the charge.
I thought it was a strength check.
This is I just push you it's unstoppable charge. There's no way to stop it.
Ah, okay. Okay. Then I'll say yes. You probably wouldn't be able to push it as far as you want right now, but I think we'll
if you want me to drop it to like half movement instead of movement,
I would say until we can look into that a little bit more. Let's say half movement.
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, so then I'm going to I can only move him 15. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. So I am gonna just take my movement to get up into his range, and then I'm going to activate Unstoppable Charge. Shove him 15 feet back into the doorway.
So my witch bolt ends.
What?
It's out of 30. Is it 30 feet from me anymore?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'd say you're in range of the
think-
heads.
Witch bolt, if you can get back into the range.
By your turn.
Yeah, I would say.
If you want to say that's how it works,
I'd say because I love witch bolt, and that is such a small range. I'll be perfectly honest. As long as you can get within range, you can maintain that concentration.
okay.
So
But, like Damn it! I wasted.
And also, you know my pain on concentration spells on Larnessa.
He's going to take 2d8 plus my paladin level of bludgeoning. It's going to be 5 and 4, 9 plus 4, 13 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And now, with the Charger feat, I can take a bonus action attack at a plus 5 damage.
Nice.
And that is a 15.
I admit, I
15
forgot.
meets.
15 meets. Okay, so this is also going to be a. It's going to use my Thundering Smite with it as well.
Sounds good. Did you cast that spell earlier?
I did. I said before combat.
You did,
when
you
we
did,
heard it,
you
I
did,
said
yep.
I'm going
Yeah.
to prep Thundering Smite. Not great.
How many heads does this smash? Hopefully more than
2,
one.
5, 11, 12, 22 damage.
Very good.
Nice.
All right. You.
And that's, if it meets, then it's halved, so it's 11.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's why I didn't burn the smite.
Yes.
It's like, well, no point.
So
But
you get
I
in.
got him away from Geo.
You basically grab it with your big meaty claws and just push it.
I'm afraid that they are not meaty.
Right after you let it off, you have your hammer and just crush one of its heads, taking one head out.
Is it sufficiently underneath the ceiling now, or up against it?
It is more underneath the awning than the actual building.
I'm just trying to keep it from.
It's in the entryway. If you're trying to think of burning it with the building, you don't think with where the oil was placed, it's going to reach it fast enough.
That's what I needed to know.
Kill it with fire.
I mean, that is the plan.
I don't have enough fire to do anything to it. I don't do fire. I'm
This
sorry.
was my main concern. Is we have very little that actually does fire.
I can create a bonfire.
You have me.
That's fire.
That's
fire
another
damage.
concentration, though.
I
And
have-
But that's a D6 of fire damage
I
and
have-
that can prevent its regeneration.
I have
That's
an
way
idea.
more effective.
I have an
Do the fire.
but it's not much.
It's way, way, way more effective.
Can Brody do
Way
fire?
more effective.
So something I can say is that due to how regeneration works for the Hydra, any fire damage is technically worth an extra 10 damage.
Fuck. Well,
Just-
Orin doesn't know this.
Well, you do.
Yeah. Orin, it makes sense. Try to deal as much damage as possible. Logan does. Orin does not. Continuing
Yeah,
on.
Logan does.
Asher, Lily, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to use because I don't know if this thing already has invulnerability or not, do I? Or vulnerability, not invulnerability.
You don't know.
Okay, well, I'm just going to make sure it does by giving it vulnerability with my blood magic.
Very good.
So
What do you think?
Go for it.
what I'm going to do is she pulls the dagger out, rakes it down like her forearm, and whips the blood out and conjures that into Scorching Ray. So she whips the Hydra to give it the invulnerability with her
A vulnerability.
the vulnerability to fire. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to cast Scorching Ray on it. So it is 3 rays of fire.
You get the roll for each one.
Yep. So
You can do it.
I'm targeting. You just target the Hydra, not its heads. Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Range of spell attack for each one. That is an.
That's going to hit from what I can see.
Okay.
Its AC is like 15.
7 plus. So this plus con. That's 10.
Plus proficiency.
12.
Misses. Misses.
Yep. Okay. So
Wow.
one of Scorching Ray hits. That is 2d6. It's 5 and that's 11 fire damage plus the vulnerability.
Okay, so that doubles it.
Yes. And then I
22.
take 6 damage from that, and it has the vulnerability at least until the beginning of my next turn.
So you amplified it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be right back. I want to check something real quick.
Sure.
I did forget one thing. I realized after the fact.
What's that?
He has to make a DC 12 strength check or be pushed 10 feet.
An additional 10 feet?
Yeah, Thundering Smite.
Mmm.
But it's only a DC 12, so we'll probably make it.
That is a very easy DC to beat.
Yeah. He's a big old hydra.
Just wait, he could roll a natural 1, you don't know.
Nate.
If he does, then we might set the building on fire.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hex the Hydra for strength?
You could.
Okay, I mean, I can also do Hexblade's Curse, and I can get an advantage on it for me, but I think if we drop its strength, it might be better.
I can grapple it.
If that's what you want to do. I mean, we need to deal, like, a bunch of damage to get those heads off. If not, you're going to get attacked by, like, every single head at once.
What's the name of that particular blood magic ability?
I have something.
That is called marking.
I'll have something to help Zagat's AC here in a minute. when he
And
starts my turn.
Danny, I would have hexed,
Okay.
but it's slightly less effective for me than it is for you. And I thought the Witch Bolt, the consistent 2d12, would be good. That's just me personally what I thought. So yeah. And I want to use Witch Bolt.
I'm
That's
a
great.
little worried about hitting it with oil, with Zagat being there.
Do it.
Perfect.
You want to get burned?
Do it.
Doing it right with ample.
All right, I'm
light.
gonna hook it. That Witch Bolt will light it too.
All right. Well, Witch Bolt isn't fire.
He means the oil.
Fair. So,
Yeah.
Light this bitch on fire.
We need fire damage. I know I'm here, but
It's
that's
a-
my
it-
whole
it
job. is To
succeeds.
stand here while you hit it with fire damage.
it succeeds that DC very easily.
Okay.
Okay, so you dealt a shitload of damage to it. It currently has vulnerable, and I don't actually have a link for this. It has vulnerability to fire until the
My next
end
turn.
of until the beginning of your next turn, I think.
Oh yes, the beginning of my next turn. Yeah.
Sure. Magical effect equals vulnerability to fire right now, which means double.
Yes.
So any fire at all,
Is doubled.
any.
So next up is back to the top of the order with RJ.
Cool. So seeing Zagat going in, I'm gonna go ahead and cast shields on him to give him a +2 to his AC.
Very good. Good choice.
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. Yep. So that is a concentration, but that was a bonus action. So I'm also going to do Toll of the Dead on it, and it has to make a 14 Wisdom check.
Is
I
spiritual
was gonna
weapon?
say-
Yeah, I can ask.
No, spiritual weapon is not.
Oh, okay.
Summons.
Alrighty.
Minor summons.
Mm.
Once you get to like elementals and demons, shit gets waffled.
All right.
Trust
Put this
me.
in your
I
character.
don't really use them because I don't want to manage them.
I'm aware. They're crazy.
And you said what you're doing? What to it?
Not good. Stay on the fire. Toll the Dead Wisdom 14.
That is a success.
Okay. And now, since I'm having a concentration, I'm gonna go ahead and move back. Probably just a 5.
Alrighty. Next up is going to be Brody. Then.
All right. Move me. What was the range for tossing that jar?
You'd want to be fairly close if you want it to actually be effective.
Oh shit.
So you'd want to be
Um,
within. If you want to throw it without any disadvantages, you have to be within 20.
I think right there.
And already you're going to be rolling at a slight metaphorical disadvantage due to it being an improvised weapon and it being heavy.
Okay. Move me there and then put me up one closer.
There.
Yep.
Okay,
And
like
I'm gonna
15 feet.
light that thing. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that is just barely within range.
Okay. Is lighting it gonna be a bonus action, or am I just allowed to do it?
I would say to light it and throw it is going to be a bonus action and an action.
Okay. So I can't activate hex or anything on it.
Correct. You just be lighting it and throwing it. And
All right. I'm gonna light it and throw that thing.
Okay. You are going. You go ahead and roll.
Okay.
I am applying a modifier to it to hit them. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Is that a disadvantage modifier, or
It is a disadvantage modifier, but you're not rolling at disadvantage.
okay? I'm just doing a
Just-
strength throw, correct?
Yes, just do a strength check.
All right, that is a 17 plus 1, so 18.
Perfect. That does hit with the modifier I applied to it.
Oh God! So,
it
what's
does
the
hit-
damage?
1 second. Okay, and the glass bottle does break as well. Again, these were thick bottles, so it does break. It does hit the hydra.
Mhm.
Sorry, sneeze. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
2d6,
2d6.
and is that doubled?
The damage will be doubled.
All right. That is a 5 and a 4, so 9. So times that 18.
18.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And if I have any movement, I'd like to move back if I could. a little
I
bit.
think you have one.
No, that was, I think, all of his movement.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was all of his
Was it?
movement.
Okay.
He only
I'm in
moved from
danger.
like here.
Was he
Yeah.
farther back?
No, he
No,
was
you
like
have,
right
like,
there.
right there.
It's like maybe 2 squares left then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
put
do you
me
want to
back.
be here or here?
Sure, there. I trust you.
That's
So
30.
it hits another head goes down. It essentially tried to swallow it, and right when it was about to go in, it bit down. It caught on fire, burning it and melting it. So that is another head down.
No, but did that head get cauterized or the neck get cauterized? with the head?
It seems like it's cauterizing itself.
Is it currently on fire? Is there flames
There's
oil
not a-
about?
I would say no, not technically.
Okay.
I'll take a head and a
Actually,
cauterized head.
we'll do this. I'm going to roll a dexterity check, technically. It does succeed. So it manages to not get caught on fire even though it bit down for storytelling purposes. Essentially auto-extinguished, but it took down one of its heads.
It exploded
happens-
inside.
Yeah.
What happens to the heads when they come off? Do they like explode in bloody gore? Do they literally fall to the
So the way
ground?
I'm thinking of it as is, let's say you bludgeoned one to death.
You never see Hercules?
No,
You haven't seen Disney's Hercules?
She doesn't watch
there's a lot of
Disney.
issues there
doesn't watch
surrounding
Disney
that.
movies.
So I've seen it once, but I don't remember it.
So the way I'm thinking of it as is like for crushing purposes, it would like molt off the head and kind of force its way out with 2 more heads. If it's slicing, it's easier because you could just see it regenerating. Crushing is a little bit harder to story.
Hydra fight is good in Hercules.
So I'm
Animated movie. Man.
I'm correct to assume then that there are no heads laying on the ground currently,
They would be
except for the one
they
that
would be-
Trent
There
got.
are no
Maybe.
sliced off heads. No.
Well,
I
you-
sliced off
piercing.
the head.
Yeah, it's piercing. It's
Oh,
erupted,
right.
if you will.
Oh, okay.
I keep feeling like swords are always slashing,
poked it
but
in
that
the
is
brain, so it
definitely
just
not how that
went
works.
Nope, not necessarily.
So whose turn is it?
So is it any damage that we
Trinic.
do? Any damage that we do to it, it takes it in the as we attacked its head for
For purposes of damage, it takes it.
because we're not aiming for the head, we're aiming for the
Yeah,
entire thing.
for damage purposes, it all goes to the head.
Okay. So we don't actually need to aim for the head.
No.
Thank God.
That's,
well,
that's why every single attack it's been okay. You do this to the head. You crush the head.
That makes that changes what I was gonna
Rock
do.
D
too, which is
appreciates your
fine.
prayer.
So, you are up, Trinic.
I guess at that point, then I'm just going to come back around and go back to the spot where I was before. I probably can't squeeze in completely behind it to flank it, but
I wouldn't want to get directly behind
yeah,
it. anyway.
I don't know if I'd want to anyway, because then it could whack me with its tail into the tavern, and I'd be screwed.
Or Zagat pushes it
Right.
over top of you.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go back to the exact same spot and do the same thing that I did last time. Just run up to it and swipe it real quick.
Doesn't he gets sneak attack because flanking?
Well, I get sneak
Just
attack.
because he's got an ally by it.
I think that's all you need is just an ally within
Yeah.
range of it.
You just essentially get sneak attack no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
I would say at this point I think I just get sneak attack anyway because I had it last time when Zagat wasn't there.
Yeah. Last time was a different reason. This time is a different reason as well. But you
Yeah.
are able to attack, and you will get sneak attack.
Neither of those hit.
What'd
what'd you get?
A 1 and a 4.
Nope, that is definitely a miss. One of your attacks hits the scales, bends out your blade just a little bit
Well,
at
then
the
I'm,
tip
and then I'm
because
gonna,
of that one.
so I'm gonna run then. Run back to
And
my
I'll say your
spot.
offhand is the one
Just the
that
tip.
bends out.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
That's,
Yeah, for you, as long as Zagat is not within, or as long as no other creature is within 5 feet of you, you get it. And Zagat's too far away because that's a 3x3 creature.
It's
So you don't
it's a
even
4
have
by
to
4.
flank it to get it.
It's a 4x4.
Oh, even worse. Yeah.
So,
With that one, you now have a -1 to attack with your offhand until you can fix the blade. Next up is the Hydra. It is going to it's going to go ham on Zagat since you are right there.
fortunately,
It's doing what you want.
fortunately, it only has 4 heads instead of the 6.
Yes. So attack number 1 is a miss. Attack number 2 is a miss. Attack number 3 is a hit.
What was it?
What was it?
It was a 19.
It misses.
It,
I
He has
plus
Shield of
2.
Faith.
oh, that's right. Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Third
tell
one,
me what you're rolling.
23. No. 23 will hit that.
Good job.
I just like to think I'm just standing there, it's just like,
There's like little glows of like yellow, just like.
All right. That is
no, I'm just made of metal.
12 piercing. 12 piercing.
Okay.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. You do have advantage, obviously.
Nat 20.
Perfect.
Hot dang.
You resist the poisonous effect. And that is all it is going to do.
I hate to say it. Did it regenerate anything?
No,
Yay!
Did we miss
we did
poison
fire
damage
damage.
on my turn?
Oh yeah.
it's not damage.
Yeah, it doesn't damage.
It's its advantages.
Okay. Would I have a chance to?
No.
Okay, that's just my confusion.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Gotcha.
Next up is Orin.
Yay! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So one more. square.
Technically, the one in front of me is its body, so these count. So that's 15 feet away from you.
Unlimited power!
Technically, 10 feet away from
Yep. So just go and roll your damage.
6. I'm rolling crap on these.
All right. 6 damage is done.
So crap on these.
you. My turn now?
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay.
It's limited, but it's not a lot.
This isn't going to be a great round for Zagat, but I'm going to be doing some stuff. So he's now that I've got him kind of wedged into the opening, Zagat's going to drop the hammer. As a bonus action, he's going to pull his shield off of his back.
Sure.
So he's got his shield out now in an open hand.
Mhm.
He's going to use his action to attack the Hydra with the glass bottle as an improvised weapon.
Okay. Okay.
So it'll do a D3. But it'll hopefully shatter and break off.
No, that's fair. That's luckily that with you using your force behind it, it will shatter no matter what.
So this will just be plus 6.
Yes.
That's a natural 20.
Very good.
Holy crap.
It ignites too.
Hey, Nate, is that
Yes.
2 this round?
What? Yeah, that's
Is that 2 nat 20s?
That's 2 and 2 rounds of
Nice.
combat.
Okay,
All right,
keep
so it's gonna be a D3 damage for the bottle. Only 1,
Sure.
but it's well, actually it's 2, isn't it? Because so that's fine. So 6 damage total for the glass shattering. The oil's gonna scatter across it, I would assume. Yes.
Yes, and technically you as well.
Yes, but it's right there, so I'm good. All right, so I hit him with that, and you know what? I'm gonna burn a divine smite on that as well. So we'll add an extra 2d8.
Very good.
He just big O'd this one. Another 10 damage plus 5 for my strength. I never added that, so another 15 damage.
Okay, so and how much was on the first attack?
First attack was 6,
Okay. And then 15.
and then 15 for the smite.
Perfect. Thank you much.
So for your divine
Plus 5.
smites, your pauldron actually,
Sorry, 15 was with the plus 5.
Yeah.
your pauldron actually pumps up like a piston and then back down.
Yep.
Big O style, yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
You all see the oil spray against the hydra. I can say it's
I've got my
reasonably.
shield up
I can say it's reasonably doused. All right.
Hopefully my shield took most of the oil.
There we go.
Well, my hand also took it, but my hand is also a weapon.
We have a healer.
So, Asher Lily.
We need that.
I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my last second level spell slot.
Okay. And did you take damage for the 3 times?
I sure did,
It was
and I will do so. I'm gonna do it again.
David, comprehend. Do it again.
Okay, and then I have to spend off my character sheet the blood magic. Same thing.
And by the way, if she wanted to do it for just herself, it's 2 times, not 3 times damage.
Yeah, but I'm doing it for you, for y'all. Even though I don't know that it's really super worth it because it doesn't seem like anybody else is
Danny
able to
did.
doing.
Danny did.
Danny did, but
Danny
does
did, but
anybody
that was
else
it.
done?
No.
Well, all we have to
But
do is
it-
get one more person to
But
do it.
it also has just been doused.
It's now
I-
coated in oil.
I also have one more bottle left to throw.
Perfect.
Got one to make.
That
sure
is-
the thing got oil.
11 plus. That is 14.
A 14 misses.
Wait, you rolled an 11, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like that's right, but
Proficiency, you
I.
got your proficiency as well.
Oh nope, that
Okay.
would be then
Plus 2. 16.
what he said.
16 hits.
Okay,
I was like, that doesn't sound right.
that doesn't hit.
Nope.
That's a 2. 14 plus
6.
6.
Perfect. Hits.
Okay, so that's 2d6s. Yes.
Yes, do the first one first, obviously.
2d6. Got it. 6. Oh my gosh. Where's my? So 7 for the first one.
Times 2.
14.
So now, before you roll the second one, roll 2d6 for it catching on fire.
Okay.
I would
5,
like to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
6,
6 total, so 12.
5 and a 1.
13.
That meets. So I'll say you're going to take a little bit.
Okay.
I want. Now we're actually going to do a little bit of the luck check here. Just roll a straight up d20.
16.
Okay. You managed to avoid actually catching on fire, but you will take a little bit of fire damage from this. We'll say you take 1 point of fire damage. Negligible in the end.
Not
So
quite blood.
One more ray.
Ow, the top.
For big owing a Hydra, that's pretty good.
2 plus 2 is 4 for the last ray.
Oof. Not a great bit of damage there.
No.
At least you
So
said
that's
that.
8.
Okay.
At least you
So
hit.
it's
That's more
weakness
than I could say.
again.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Double weakness.
No.
The first time Zagat's actually busted out his shield.
Shield. Yeah, it is.
Alrighty. So next up, that's the end of Asher Lily's turn.
I'm surprised that didn't remove a head after all that.
It did remove a head, but more as a total from the damage
Sure.
of everyone, more than you specifically.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I didn't expect that.
It wasn't you.
How many heads are left?
It's always you.
All right, next up is RJ.
How many heads are left?
Wait, did he not go?
Yeah,
I don't think Danny's gone.
Didn't he do the?
He threw the he.
Oh,
He
that's
threw the
right.
drug.
Yeah.
He's before you.
He went. He went.
Can you guys hear me?
I'm the last in
Yeah,
the
we
turn
hear you.
order.
Okay.
How many heads have we lost already?
It has 3 left. You've removed a total of 4.
4 heads. Okay, I'm just trying to keep track. I have that same number. I just wanted to make sure.
Is it originally a 6-headed Hydra, but then
5.
it's split?
5.
Because it's split.
5.
At least once or
Now we
twice.
just need to hit it into forehead.
No, it only split once because we burned it the other time.
Yeah, luckily you managed to apply fire
right.
damage.
Okay.
So the only split because it was
That
your
first
turn and
round.
then the Hydra's turn, and that was it.
Okay. I would like to try and cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
Alright. Oh. That is going to hit. That's a 17 already.
Yeah. Easy hit.
Do-do-do. So that is going to be at 2nd level. Okay, it tells me that all I need. I need 5d6. I got 2. I need need 3 more d6.
Okay, just roll a second time.
Okay. That's 8. That is 3. And 1 more.
So 11 total right now.
4. So 15 plus 4 radiant. For my.
So 19 total?
Yep.
So 19 radiant damage. Very good.
And that was my action. And I don't have any cantrip bonus actions. So I'm going to go ahead as my bonus action and move my spiritual weapon closer. It's 15 feet, so it'll make it.
Okay. Very good. Next up is Brody.
Okay. I'd like to move my character up within range to throw the oil, my last one. I'm
Yep.
gonna light it and huck it at it.
All right.
I still have a disadvantage with that.
You're not rolling it. Just make a roll down.
Okay. Plus my strength. That is 19.
That does hit.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Is it 2d6?
And just to make sure, you did not include your proficiency modifier in there, correct?
No, just my strength modifier.
That's just strength, and that's it.
Yep, the plus
Perfect.
1.
Perfect. Continue on then.
Okay. Okay.
So you will roll 2d6
Okay. That's 2 5s. So 10.
times 2, so 20 total.
You want to move back to where you're at?
If I can move back a little bit, I'd like to get out of the danger zone.
Yep. I moved you 15
hard.
forward and then 15 back.
All
right, thank you.
Zagat, I would like you to make another dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Sorry, Zagat.
Playing with fire here.
Natural 20.
It's the third one.
That clap was
Hey,
a little
You had
loud.
trifecta, huh?
Can you roll for all my d20 rolls?
Then
Crazy.
you'll take 1 point of fire damage.
Not quite blood, but getting there.
Yep.
God,
Nobody,
you just need a multi-class and a monk so you can't just big O everything.
nobody touched that d20.
Alrighty.
But I wanted the luck.
Brody, it is still
This
your
one
turn.
rolled like
Oh, you just
6,
moved
so
back and
it's
that was
your-
it?
Oh, yeah.
Dan?
I mean, I want that.
My luck's been crazy.
I want his luck too.
If you said anything, I didn't catch it at all.
What'd you say?
There you go.
So you moved back and that was the end of your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else. So
Okay.
It's
That's just to mark it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably within reach.
You are.
Ah, shit.
Trennick, you are up.
Well,
You're within snacking distance.
yeah, I'm gonna lather, rinse, repeat. Do the exact same thing, but hopefully this time I'm gonna hit. If not, I'm gonna have to burn some luck points because I'm missing
I
twice.
mean, you might as well.
That's not bad.
12 plus 6 to hit.
18?
So that's an 18 to hit on the first one.
That was an adventure for that die.
And that was a 14 plus 6, so no matter
They both hit.
So now my offhand you said is a -2, but it's still hits
It's a
anyways.
-1
Or
to the attack.
-1, I'm sorry. Question before I roll damage: is that something that I have to go to a store and repair, or can I field repair something like that?
That is something you can field repair it, but it'd be better off if someone just fixed it for you. And you know that there's a blacksmith in the town that could fix
it's
it. for you.
kind of what I figured, but I just wanted to make sure if that's something I could like
Yeah,
spend.
you can still luckily
spend an action.
Yeah, you can still do damage on it, but you're not going to be able to spend an action and bend it back.
Well, it doesn't hurt my damage; it just hurts the.
It just hurts the actual attack.
You
Sure.
should just get Hydra Fangs and use that as your daggers.
So the first
I was gonna
one.
say, we're taking those. all
First is going to be a 3 plus 4 to hit, but then I'd get sneak attack on the first, correct?
Yes.
So that's a 3 plus 4, so 7 plus another 3 is 10 damage on the
You have
first.
2d6 on your attack,
Oh,
on your sneak attack.
Yep. How about plus 11 then?
Okay, so 11 damage.
On the first attack.
Okay, second attack.
Second attack is going to be
7.
a 7 plus 4, so another 11.
Okay.
Kind of makes up for missing twice on my last turn.
You do lots of damage when you hit.
Mike, how do you want to do it?
nice.
I think I'm going to climb the thing.
Kratos style?
Up to it. And just basically just slice one of its head off while holding by its neck. Slice off the remaining head that way.
Perfect.
So like Tarzan swings around the neck while slicing it off.
Basically, like God of War style. You think he goes
Do you,
up and he's
do you
like
say anything
swings.
snarky as it comes down?
No, I just
I
want
told you I could do something cool.
No, that would ruin.
You guys saw that, right? You guys saw it?
as soon as it lands and the dust settles and the acid falls to the ground, I'm just standing there and I'm like, so y'all saw that, right?
Unfortunately, they were all blinded.
Saw what? You dropped your smoke bomb as that
Oh, my
happened.
smoke bomb went off.
By the way, you do take 2 acid damage.
Okay. Small price to pay.
Yes.
I was not very useful this combat. I did maybe 10 damage.
Sometimes it be like that.
So I guess I'll go ahead and start medicine checking all the teeth out.
Yep. Start taking them teeth.
Teeth.
Okay.
You know, as a chef, I'm good at doing stuff like that. I'm gonna help.
Okay.
So advantage?
Deboning.
So,
Say, could you make like a dragon or a hydra
Yeah,
scale?
how much,
Yeah, keep
how
one
much of
heads.
this skin? Wish we had a
But
ranger.
the blood is literally acid.
We need a
Drain the
ranger
blood
to,
out.
to clean the body.
Yeah, we always need a ranger. We just never have.
While
one.
y'all are doing that, I want to check the
Who wants
tavern
to
to
be
see
a
if there's
ranger?
actually
That's the
anything
problem.
left in there.
I'd like to
worth
check the
looting.
tavern.
okay. I'm going to keep this battle map up for the
Man, I
moment.
really hope that will drive on the
I'll
roof.
drag the body out of the doorway.
Please, let's go ahead and remove all these characters for me, please.
Tits McGee off the
Oh, yeah.
board.
So I guess I'll lesser restoration before I start taking teeth out, so I don't have disadvantage. Oh, he's stuck on
All
me.
the ladies are gonna
remove
hang out
rest
with
of
the
that
got.
goo, please remove the rest of that goo,
He has
Nate.
no penis.
Yep.
And then go ahead and slide that as soon as we get this out of the way.
Ooh.
No, the hydra.
There we go.
Nate, is this yours?
Yeah, the goo is his.
Yes. The rest of them fell right there.
It's not much.
They don't have fireball yet.
Yeah,
Fireball!
that's next turn.
Just
or
get
next
fireball.
next level.
I can't do it next level, but you know.
I can.
Yeah, well,
And then I can marking.
Wizard.
4th level undead.
I can marking
And
the
you picked Hydra.
fireball.
It actually did very well
We
against it.
smashed that
A
Hydra.
A Hydra is only CR 8.
Huh.
No reason to panic about a Hydra if you have fire.
Well,
If you have
We kind of did though.
And
we
We need
haven't.
you.
you had fire.
Brody went to town though with those jugs,
Yeah, the
man.
drugs helped. All right, so
With those jugs.
and his character had
Yeah,
that.
yeah, his character helps too.
Those were actually just like combat storage for the
Yeah, that's why we gave him Tits McGee, is because he had 2 big jugs.
That's where he kept his.
That's where he was carrying the oil.
running
Is that the only reason?
oil.
How's your chin?
How's your back? All right. So you all, who is currently dissecting the body? Those two, perfect. Go ahead and do a nature check.
Oh, not medical.
Not medicine. This is not a being that you typically
Well,
do
in that
medicine
case,
checks
do you
on.
want me? Do you want me to? Because I do actually have that as a skill.
I want to
one
just
is
go
it?
hang out.
Nature.
Nature. Yeah, you'll have better, so I'll help you.
Okay, so I have advantage. That's either a 9 or I'll do a 16
I like that you could have
plus.
just put those in there and like shaking them up, and that still would have been
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly like, oh yeah, it's a ruined tavern because there's a hydra
Yeah.
living
The
in
only
it.
reason I put a path there is because it's a path.
Yeah.
And with guidance, 21.
You need to see where it slithers.
Yes. Okay.
I would like to take a short rest while everybody's doing all their other business. I'm just going to sit on my butt and do nothing.
So it takes you the better part of an hour. And you do take just a little bit of damage because it is acid.
How much?
1 second, I just threw my die.
Don't worry about that. I'll tap
No,
you.
you don't
No.
have to worry about it.
It's you take 7 points of acid damage
I have-
across the entire hour.
I have 3 temporary left.
Oh, okay. No, you have that.
What do you have temporary? Oh,
Is it
yeah.
Eldritch
Okay,
Invocation?
yeah.
It lasts a full hour.
Is it the Eldritch Invocation or did you burn a spell slot?
It's a spell slot.
Yeah. Okay. So you spent the better part of an hour. You take some damage. Luckily, you kind of like hold the armor more in your hands.
Which are covered by the apron.
Yeah, and then like you get a little visor as well, so you get some splatter. You can feel that if you didn't have the armor, it would have hurt.
I just
Um,
like that most of his powers I revolved around the apron, as it's like
There we go.
Rocky isn't bothered to give me
All
shit.
5
But the
double hits
apron.
attack. So,
Can I sever one of the heads and keep it?
um,
We do have to bring back something as a trophy.
Well, you've got
Luckily, now you actually have two
Heads.
intact heads.
So
Oh,
how did
They
how,
wanted something like blood or something on the contract, but I'm pretty sure the blood would melt the contract.
how many teeth did we get?
Teeth, head, scales.
So in terms of teeth, from what you were able to get, you get about 8 teeth,
Blood or head, not entirely.
and that's from what you were able to salvage.
So let's find who has a leather sack we could tuck a head in. That wouldn't.
How big are these heads? If that thing is huge, wouldn't a head be?
It
Medium?
basically it's going to require him to just like do one of these,
Well, thank God we have that cart.
Yeah, I was just saying, well, would they?
and that's for one head.
We didn't bring the cart.
No, but he can carry it back to
That's
town,
also
and then we
assuming
can
that
cart
he
it back from
drained
there.
all of the acid blood out of
Yeah,
it.
we'll hang
I
it
would have
up
done the
in
medicine and
Yeah.
like empty the.
That was gonna be something I was gonna.
You can't really do that with the entire body.
Let's take the
No, no,
double
just
head. It's
the
cool.
two heads.
He slashed off both heads. It wasn't a double head.
What about
But it's there. Both the heads are from the same
We
stuff.
just cut it here.
how many
and then-
scales did we get?
In terms of scales, in terms of usable scales,
Or hurt.
You're welcome.
I mean, there's the entire tail.
I will say you got about that you could turn into hydra scale leather. Let's say 3 cubic yards. Because I couldn't just say like you gain 5 scales. It's
Yeah.
it's leather. You're gonna turn it into leather.
Pretty much. Okay, so we have. I can't carry it. I'm
Now
not.
I will say that nature check was just for the teeth.
Do you want me to roll again for it
Yes, do another nature check for me, please.
with advantage?
Yes, and this will determine if you actually. Okay.
All right, yeah.
18, 22,
Okay.
1.
You get the full 9
G6.
cubic. You get the full 9 cubic yards then.
9 cubic yards. Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
9.
I'm sorry. Did I meant to say 3.
Damn it.
Stretch it out and let it dry.
Then stretch it out some more.
That's 9 by 9. So that's still a lot. It's not
That'll
like
make a.
it's not like a sheet. It's like this is what you were able to salvage from here and here and here. So it's a total of about that.
Shit.
Do I know any recipes that use hydra?
No,
This
but
is
you know,
acidic.
It's spicy.
You can make jerky out of it if you drain the blood.
no, but you think you might be able to figure something out. Do another nature check for me.
Jeez.
To see
I've
what-
never been
I'm
glad.
not helping with this one.
You can eat some poisonous fish,
13.
and
perfect.
17.
yeah, and the poison is said to give a tingly sensation, almost like it's spicy without actually being
pull
spicy.
out,
I would imagine
your
this would be
magnet
the same
that you
way.
Typically used for fish, and you're able to get, I would say, comfortably because you don't really know how to cook it. You get about 10 pounds,
Holy
which
crap!
isn't really a whole lot. Let's be perfectly honest.
Reptiles somewhere between chicken and fish.
I can't say I've ever had it.
I've had snake. I've had rattlesnake.
Okay, so
Take your word for it.
so we're gonna say total scales, teeth, meat. 3
Someone
hours
keep track
total.
of it. I'll carry it.
Yeah, 3 hours total.
I'm keeping track.
So
of
off to the side there's currently a stockpile of 2 heads.
Empty head, large arms.
Yes. He is very much a thumbo.
Yes.
It's what hot, strong, and dumb.
Yep.
Yeah, hot, strong, and dumb.
Yep.
The typical D&D party.
Who's? Oh, am I hot? No, Danny's hot. This
I'm hot.
game.
Oddly enough, you don't fit any of those. You can run them miles around them. With
So you're
your
an
constitution.
intelligence character, aren't you?
No.
Oh.
She is a 12 intelligence.
Yes.
I have a.
I am a
of
charisma
20.
character. I
Hot.
think.
Eh.
Yeah.
You have everything across the board.
Strong
I'm
and dumb.
leveled.
I wouldn't call my character dumb. I would just call him very naive.
Yes. But continuing on. So you're working on that for a very long time. You do have some parchment paper that you keep around that you wrap the meat in, and you know that you definitely have to.
Make it tonight.
Yes, you have to start salting it or do something with it soon. So you two are busy. What are you doing?
I'm checking the tavern.
Anyone else checking the tavern?
Nope. I took a short rest.
I am.
Brody went with me.
Okay.
Brody is.
You're supervising.
I'm also.
No, I just took a short rest. I'm just I was actually I put my character right there because I'm just chilling in that corner.
Okay.
You put
She's she's just chilling on the inside.
Wait, is that Brody in there?
No, that's Brody.
Okay.
I hope you hear
So-
me.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Perfect.
Three of us will poke around.
I am sitting in there, but I'm
roll
not
an
doing
investigation
anything.
check then.
Where do you want to be then? Because the character's out.
I was right. Yeah.
2.
I rolled a 1.
Those chairs look interesting. Very interesting architecture to them.
You know what?
Maybe.
T3.
Maybe.
That would be hilarious.
I'm gonna burn a lucky point and re-roll. 'cause
Okay, this is your last luck, right?
No, I've only used 2.
You get 3.
I have 3, but this will be my second.
Oh,
I only used. I didn't
Used one earlier, and this is the second one.
Okay.
Used.
Correct. Yeah, I used 1 and
all right, Dan. What did you say?
Did you hear me?
No.
23.
Nice.
Investigation. Okay, perfect.
how about a
I found a habit.
19?
Okay.
I
You,
used my luck on.
That's what a 3 minus 1 will get you.
Anyway,
so you all
Stealth.
search
of
the
the stealth.
main area. Not a whole lot going on here. It's just a bunch of debris. There are a few bottles that are intact. A few of them you recognize as like old Breckenridge.
Any
You
rum?
just know saw it.
Just see it.
Any rum?
There's some rum. Yeah,
I'm gonna swipe one of those bottles.
sure. Easy enough to swipe. You do make your way to the back. That looks to be. It's through the 20 feet right there is more another destroyed area. And you go back there. You look very quickly, and you actually see a nest. And inside of the nest are 4 eggs.
Oh,
I can
Oh,
make a meat. I'm not there.
Who else has fire?
I say, do we destroy it or do we want to take them with us? I think we should probably destroy it.
Destroy.
we can have Hydra
Can you ride a
pets.
hydra?
No.
A Hydra?
horse.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Can you?
We kill them.
Can we tame a hydra as a pet?
Probably not. I don't think they're
We kill them.
Do
intelligent
an animal
enough.
handling check just to see.
I mean, I
Have
would be the
people
one that
done
would do it.
that? Yes. Can this group do it? Probably.
Well, I have a -1, so I'm gonna not
I have
even
a +4
try to-
actually.
I have a 1.
We don't
I'm
have a
not gonna-
ranger
I'm not
or a
gonna-
druid.
No,
The
plus
chances
4,
are
maybe.
We are
Not
the
happening.
animal handling part.
no.
and by the way,
Get
these
away
are
from
small eggs.
Oh, I would imagine they're huge.
Oh god,
I would
orange
say-
make
I would say
mother of
they're-
omelets.
I would say a little bit larger than
for a long
a
time.
Okay, so about like that.
Yeah,
So
you can make one hell of a mean omelet.
I was gonna say, do we want to just?
That will burn through your pet.
So
I
we don't
say we
find
do
any
it.
actual treasure or
As a
anything,
yield.
just the.
So that's just what I was pointing out first.
Okay.
You do spend a little bit of more time to search, and you find, and this is because Dan rolled so well, you actually find a shield and a greatsword.
Nice.
And they seem incredibly shiny for the purposes of where you are. There's also a, looks like may have been left behind, a small sack of gold. Looks like maybe about 250 gold.
So do they?
I'm gonna say Brody probably takes that since he rolled it, so he gets it.
Did you guys actually say that you found the eggs, or did you just go "oh" and then move on?
Scott found a chair.
Well,
Fair.
I think Brody and Trinick found the eggs, but we just haven't we haven't let the rest of the party know about it, and we
Good,
haven't
okay.
determined what we're gonna do with the eggs.
You could let the party know, and we could help you figure it out.
Yeah. So
I'll let the party know.
so I think we'll go back out, let everybody know what we found in there. Hey, there's
I think it's time to firebolt the nest.
a few random bottles of alcohol. There's some eggs in the back of the tavern, and then we found the sword and shield.
I think we smashed 3 people on
Can
just
I
to see.
can I roll a check to see just how stable the building is? How good are the bones in this place?
Roll a mason's tool check.
Okay.
So you do get your proficiency with that. And we'll say, let's say for you,
Wisdom?
Sure, wisdom.
Nice. It's gonna be dirty 20.
Okay. Okay, good bones.
Mm-hmm.
Good bones. The interior is absolutely trash, but
The walls are pretty good.
yeah.
If you're doing what I think you're about to
Very
do,
tall ceilings too.
if we're gonna make this a bar,
We could make this our headquarters.
we should
It's abandoned.
put up a sign to make sure that everyone knows that it's been dehydrated. I'm sorry.
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
I won't make that. That was a clever play on words.
To be fair, if it is a bar, it's a dehydration station.
We could name it that.
Can I just say one thing? I know I'm not there, but
Hydra 8.
Oh,
there's oil on top of the roof.
Not right now.
We want to get rid of the thatch because it can catch on fire and ruin everything.
Oh, sure. We can make it much.
By the way, you're
It's
looking
probably dry
you're-
right now.
as you're like checking the bones through one of the windows.
Yeah, we
you
just
see
set the roof
you
on
see some black dripping from the roof.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the oil.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad we didn't set the place on fire.
Yeah.
So no firebolt on the nest,
Let's just take the eggs outside,
and then smash
and
them.
then or firebolt them. Either way, firebolt's probably still a good idea.
Okay.
Set up.
Just outside.
We can boil them.
Safe, I'll just not to see.
Why don't we just? Well, we have to go back to town to turn in the quest. But I'm saying like we could rest here. Set
Yeah.
up a camp. Set up a campfire
Totally.
out front. Make the eggs there and destroy them.
Assuming they're edible.
Assuming they're edible, but we don't know that.
I will say also in terms of just general searching. The back storage room, the door is just splintered open. The Hydra definitely rummaged around in there. There's nothing in there. It just stuck its head in there and was like, nom nom.
Which one?
Would
Yeah.
heads?
Does it matter?
That's the joke.
I mean, all we got to rebuild is this wall here, and we'd have a fully functioning bar. That's not bad.
What about that?
It's just an opening.
I think that's just an opening.
No, it was definitely destroyed.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Well, yeah, we put up another wall maybe there, leave a doorway there for you to get in the kitchen and
Well, are there
storage room. Yeah.
How about-
set up a bar?
are there general contractors in this town we just left?
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of GCs, could definitely reach out to someone. It'd probably be the dwarves, maybe a robotic one.
You guys are just interior decorating well.
I mean,
I mean, we could do this out of pocket.
It needs a woman's touch.
I mean,
I could rebuild
that's what Natalie does, though.
It's a good thing there's two of you.
Is the guy can rebuild the walls.
Me and Brody.
Earthquake.
Oh no!
Earthquake test.
Sad. Sag.
Hey, it's okay. The bar at least stayed the same.
There's
No, it
well, Natalie may have been able to do it. Asher would go like, I ain't picking that shit up right now.
But did the alcohol survive?
no.
The bottle you found,
Okay.
yes, there are some barrels.
Barrels of what?
Well, now it's gone. A lot of it has been, broken into. You did also actually find in the back storage room there is a hatch
Right there, and then put it.
that goes into a cellar. A hatch.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't really.
There's a cellar door.
They're so small that I couldn't really shove another tile in there.
Did you guys hear that though? There's a
Sure.
trap door down, or a hatch, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
Get it, go
is that-
investigate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate to see if that's a store room.
Hey, Zap.
Yeah.
It's a storeroom for hydrant.
Did we
We're just
take
trying
care
to
of the
focus,
eggs?
and they're just
The
like,
eggs have not been taken care of yet. They've only been moved outside right now.
Okay.
You guys probably took a long time cleaning that.
He's got
hydrant.
3 hours. So.
Yeah, they're working on it.
We're like setting up tables, putting furniture back.
You're thinking.
This is a nice place.
You're thinking of like.
If it's abandoned, maybe the town will let us have it.
I'm going to investigate the storeroom down below.
Okay. You go down there, and
We
it's
need someone to run the place when we're not here.
We can hire local
Not
townsfolk.
Not here.
But screw your adventure. I want to run a ball.
That was the end of Trinity.
And Trinick was no longer there.
Who wants to re-roll a character?
I
We
mean-
need a ranger.
To be fair, if you were to leave the campaign somehow, that's not a bad way to
that
do
would
it.
not be a bad way to go.
Because the character's
I
still
would not
present.
blame you if you were like, this character's fun. I would do something different. He's now the barkeep.
Yeah, he's barkeep outside of Crittenden.
Actually, Orin could also just retire here if he
Trinity,
decides to.
The barkeep at the dehydration station. Yeah, that's too much. That was too long. Anyway.
Anyway.
Orin and Tridic, now the
Earthquake
best
check time?
friends.
No? Alright. So, you.
Take a picture before Zach destroys it.
Oh, trust me, that's the plan. This is our new home.
Hold on.
My God.
Should we post the figures out front?
What are we calling this place?
Oh, that's beautiful.
dehydration stations, I think what he said.
Asher's like, alright, put this right here, and this right here.
There.
Zagat's just doing it.
Yes.
Fuck off, Bixby.
Oh yeah, the fuck off Pixby bar.
Hey, Natalie,
Yeah.
can you send me that picture, please?
100%.
Just post it on
Thank you.
Discord.
So you took the chair off.
Bunk gets a ship.
You took off your.
Everyone else gets a bar.
Yep. I'll take.
Who really won?
Bunk would like to own a bar. If Bunk retires, he'll probably be owning a bar.
You could
Anyway,
always turn the ship into a bar.
Ooh, that's an idea.
Ooh.
Just
Bar on the sea.
Hey, it's a barge.
That's good.
I'll leave.
Excuse me, folks. I'm gonna go strangle.
that was 3 puns in 1 word.
I'll show myself.
Welcome to the barge.
Yes.
Yes, that's why it's 3. And I'm
Because it's a pirate themed bar.
So it means he takes 3 times the damage.
yes. Hold on. That is 6 psychic damage.
Sorry, Trinity can no longer retire. He is dead.
You all find you find a shield, and you find a greatsword.
I'll inspect the shield.
Yes, it is magical. As far as you can tell, just looking at it, you go.
What this?
What this do?
He's just holding it up here.
It's a shield.
It's got something.
Oh, we'll set it down on the bar.
We'll discuss what it actually is later.
That's fine. I'll use ritual cast.
Yes.
Did we ever
Well-
say what was down in the storeroom?
Barrels of untouched beer.
Hey guys!
And there are also several casks that we can tell is possibly hard liquor.
So there's some stores left. Okay.
Yeah.
So we invite the townspeople from Crittenden to our new bar.
We're gonna own this now. And then we are gonna contest it. Okay. If we killed that,
Wait, I was like,
Yeah. Do you really?
anybody want to
you
contest
really
us?
want this smoke?
You're welcome.
And then they
Here
hire.
comes up. Yes. That's when you
Also,
find out he's a 10th level monk.
Oh shit! He retired. Retired adventurers, no.
Every adventurer's bane. Retired adventurers. Never
Exactly.
trust the barkeep.
I know not to mess with barkeeps, but I didn't expect the mayor.
Yes.
Like you said, 250 gold was found as well, right?
Yes, 250 gold.
All right, I'm giving 40 to everybody.
Hey.
Yay! Woo!
Finally, I'm back on the board.
I paid 30 gold.
You got money again. Yay!
I'm gonna keep the
Hydra
extra
with
10.
4 gold.
4 now.
While they are typically Draconid, this Hydra was very much more
Serpented.
snake- yeah, more serpentine, more primal.
Serpentine.
All right, so we're going to stop there for the night. Y'all have dealt with the Hydra. You have, I hate the pun, dehydrated it.
It's the
And
best.
going to attempt to claim this bar as your own.
Base of operations.
We're gonna have to hire someone, each buddy, to run it for us.
Ominously, the GM says, "Attempt."
I will always say attempt.
We can always fail miserably.
I could get there. You could have found an abandoned airship, and I would still say attempt. You could have the keys to it. I'll still say attempt.
the object itself
But a
revolves.
motorcycle is too much. To
You're not getting a motorcycle.
You're getting a motorcycle.
You're not getting a motorcycle. So that's the end for us tonight.
Get in the comments on YouTube, chat. Give Zagat a motorcycle. Hashtag
If I see
gets a motorcycle.
you comment on there saying hashtag gives got a motorcycle, I'm removing the comment.
Get us do it. Oh,
Nate,
you're not gonna be able to keep
wheels for Zagat.
wheels for Zagat. Yeah.
There you go.
Hashtag wheels for Zagat.
Wheels for Zagat.
No, we do it better.
No, give him
Zagat wheel?
Over. Remember, hashtag wheels for Zagat.
No, the duck from
That's what I was going for.
Gizmo.
Yeah, Gizmo.
He just gets 1 wheel.
Well, all right. It's a motorized unicycle.
Huge upper body. Tiny unicycle.
All right. No, that's Dan. That's Dan. That doesn't even fucking count. So we'll be back later. If I'm not back tonight, I'll be back on Tuesday.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hashtag Wheels for Zagat.
You're not getting hashtag wheels for Zagat. Follow the stream. Go to the YouTube. That's where we post all of the slightly edited VODs for these. But until next time, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.
Hashtag Wheels for Zagat.
No.